guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful, absolutely wonderful Monday morning, June the 20th. It is your boy, none other than me, Stephen D. Super excited. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there yesterday. Happy Juneteenth to everybody who celebrated that yesterday. Beautiful, wonderful, beautiful days. I decided I got a haircut this weekend and a shave. So I figured I'd come in here like all slick, ready to go. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? No cap, Steven. I know it's weird, isn't it? No cap, Steven. I usually always wear a hat. Everybody says, put a hat on, put a hat on. I think I look good. My wife said I look good, so I look good. Don't even care about y'all. No hat Mondays. I like it, Alan. No cap, no beard, Stephen D. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Just so y'all can blame my wife for this. My wife's like, I'd like to see it cut down. So I did. For her, I did. What's up? You guys can follow me on social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. You guys can also follow Miami Sports Music at Miami Sports Music and also at MIA Sports Music. You guys can do that as well. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Okay? Make sure you all do that. Von Joe says, it is what I said about the beard, Stephen D, when you were on with Drubatron. No, it's not. It's not. As Karen from HR said, Stephen, you did not check your email this week, and we had a last-minute scheduling availability and approved your request for the day off. Well, I guess since you're here already, have a good day. I love it. Stephen, TD said he is down to do a show with you when you're able to, bro. All the time. TD's always welcome to come on. That's my brother from another mother. He doesn't have to ask. He doesn't have to ask. He just come on. Hey, make sure you guys sign up. Become a member of the channel today. There are plenty of seats at the table waiting for you. Would love for you all to come and hang out with me. Join this channel to get access to perks. Here, matter of fact, here, let me put the link in the chat for you guys this morning. We got a big show lined up for you today. And by big show, I just mean it's me. Nothing else. Medallion said, I love staring at your pork neck. It's colossal. Thank you, Median, Miami Molina. I appreciate that. Make me feel good about myself this morning. Always spread kindness here. Hey, if you guys want to help the channel grow by donating, lots of different ways you guys can do that. 3 different ways. You guys can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can also use Cash App and PayPal. Which is the links for that are in the chat below. You guys can also use the QR codes that you see on the screen here. Here's the Cash App. Here's the PayPal MSM Podcast Network you guys can use. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. We are doing our giveaway. I was supposed to do it this past Friday and Saturday. I'll get to that here in a second, but we're going to be doing that here in a little bit. I'm going to do the giveaway for everybody. I had over... How many entries did I have? I had 212 entries altogether for this thing. It was awesome. Shout out to Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter is sponsor of the show. Download the app today on your current Apple or Android device today. And remember, if you guys want to come to Baltimore for week 2, we're doing a huge tailgate. Baltimore beatdown. I got tickets to the game as well as tailgate tickets to that as well. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. All right. All right. Friday, I usually do Spread Kindness Friday, and I'll tell you, it's a lot to do. So Friday, my kids left town this morning with my mom. My mom came into town this weekend, which is why I didn't do anything on Saturday. And I just had a Father's Day weekend. So the original plan was to do the giveaway for a little bit on Saturday. And honestly, guys, I just relaxed. Was just enjoying the weekend. But I am going to do the giveaway this morning. So if there's any last minute people that want to get in on this, I will add them to it. All right. So just to let you all know, let me share the screen for y'all so y'all can see who's in here, who's not. Share the screen. Here we go. I got MCJB, I got Cruiseries, I got Saxman J Will, I got Flipside Fishing, Aldo, Vonjo, Level 2 Noob, McGoat Villa, Flipside Fishing, Shake Money, Von 954, Cruz Ruiz, Andravius, Cruz, Level 2, Andravius, Von 954, Scott Paulus. Just read your names as I go down here. Lance McDonald, Taylor Made Jedi, Aldo, Cruz Ruiz, Big Time, Flipside, Scott Paulus, Flipside, EM Baller, Andravius, Level 2 Noob, Bob Young, Pete's Takes, Andravius, Mitko Villa, MCJB, Eric Carrier, Andravius, Pete's Take, Flipside Fishing, EM Baller, Pete's Take, Level 2 Noob, Level 2 Noob, Level 2 Noob, Aldo, Pete's Takes, Trucker Sean, Pete's Takes, Aldo, Eric Carrier, Flipside Fishing, Level 2 Noob, Slim Shady Canes, Andravius, Flipside, Pete's Takes, Aldo, Andravius, Level 2 Noob, Aldo, Saxman J Will, Rich Casilius, Pete's Take, Andres Negron. I missed him on the last giveaway, unfortunately. I don't know why he got skipped, but he got skipped. But I put him in here for this giveaway. So, Andres, you're in here, bud, just to let you know. Okay, there you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anthony to David. Anthony to David to Level 2 Noob. Anthony to David to Level 2 Noob. A lot of stuff here. Who else we got up in here? Angel, also known as Batman. Dougie E to Slim Shady Canes. Or Dougie E, a.k.a. Slim Shady Canes. Anthony F., Franklin Burton, Devin G., which is Von 954, Von 954 to Vonjo, Von 954 to Vonjo, Chef Shu, John Ruiz. All right. If you guys want to get in here, there's over 212. I will let anybody get in here in the last. I'll keep it open a little bit longer for y'all. Just remember, this is it, the Sam Madison jersey giveaway, courtesy of ZSM Sports. Most giveaways take about 4 to 6 weeks to come out to you, okay? So just bear with us. They'll get out to you guys. All right, so that's what we're giving away. Increments of 10 if you want to get in where you fit in. Increments of $10 if you donate on Cash App or PayPal, I double your entries. And if you donate $50 increments, I triple your entries. Hopefully I win when you're giving out a hat, and I'm going to donate it right back. I need a new Dolphins, and I don't have one anymore. All right, let's see. Steven, you look fresh, man. I appreciate it. Alan said clean. All right, so let me pull this out. I'm going to let anybody who wants to get in. $10 increments gets you in here. If you donate on Cash App or PayPal, just let me know that you do. Remember, $50 gets you triple the entries. If you donate on Cash App or PayPal, I double your entries. But let's go ahead and do that. We'll get you in here today. I'm going to do the giveaway sometime during the morning. I'm going to keep you all on your toes this morning. Okay, so that way you all stay watching. Let's see. Vonjo, it's a fair and holiday today. I'm going to rock with y'all for a bit, then go hit the weights and go for my Tom Brady dad front. All right. This weekend was a great weekend. I had a good time. Just honestly hung out with my kids this weekend. My family, my mom. My mom drove up from Wilmington, North Carolina, which I think is where we have somebody driving to today. Pete's Take, $20 donation. This is for someone you didn't name that's here in the chat today. Blessed to everyone. Ooh, Pete just donated 2 slots for 2 people. Cruz just sent another 10. Who else sent 10? Cruz, are you Gabriel? Cruz, is this you, Gabriel? Want to make sure. 1234 up says, "Yep, on my way to Wilmington." Yep, there you go, boy. Medellin, got it. Medellin, got it. Just making sure I got everybody in here. All right, so let me add these two gentlemen into the thing here. All right, let me add Pete's Takes. Pete's Takes 2 slots are going to somebody. I don't know who they're going to yet. They're going to go to somebody. And then Cruz Ruiz. Let's see. All right. I added you two gentlemen in there. Who am I going to give Pete's things to today? Who is not in here? Okay. Who is not in this morning? Put it in the chat that you're not in to the giveaway this morning and that you want to get in where you fit in. See if I can get some people who have never been into the giveaway this morning. Alan M., you are in the giveaway, aren't you? I appreciate it. Medellin. All right, Alan, you'll get one because you share every morning on Twitter. No. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm going to put in here. What is it? Alan M. Alan M. Alan retweets the link every day on Twitter. So that's one. Who else is not in here? All right, there's a lot of really good people that are not in. Let's see here. All right, I'll tell you what. First person to go on Twitter and retweet the link for today and tag me and Miami Sports Music in. That's not in the link. I'll get you in there. First person to retweet it and tag us in it gets in. As long as you're not already in. And if anybody else wants to donate slots to people, let me know. Because there's a few more people in here that are up here. Y'all can donate slots to people. I'm going to wait to see who gets up here. What do y'all want to talk about today? Honestly. Because it's been crazy. I've honestly been, I haven't done it yet, Cruz. We're still giving away slots. People are donating slots. Pete over here donated a couple of slots. Does anybody else want to donate slots or get in last minute? Let me know. What are we giving away? Well, we're giving away a Sam Madison jersey today. Let's see here. I'm in the chat. I'm looking at the chat this morning. I don't see anybody tagging me in here. Let's see here. All right, Paul just retweeted. All right, Paul, I'll give one to you, Paul Glover. That's all right, Paul. You still did it. Paul Glover. There you go. You got one, Paul. Cruz, you're in there. All right. I'm hearing the I know everybody's still talking about Deshaun Watson, and I don't really want to. Who cares? Who cares? And you're right, level 2 noob. ESPN still talking about the Tyreek Hill podcast. Absolutely. Like, it's funny because like I've been like, what is there to really talk about? It's been there's not a lot. It's the off season. It's kind of dead. It's kind of where it is. I want to, just so y'all know, we're still taking things for the Sam Madison giveaway. If you guys want to get in, $10 per entry. If you guys donate on Cash App or PayPal, I double your entries. Yeah. So let's go. I hate the slow media time of year. It's crazy. It's crazy. Steven, I expect you to at least wish me happy birthday, Epps. I'm sorry, dude. I thought you were just going to relax. I apologize. Everybody wish 1, 2, 3, 4 Epps a happy birthday. Let's go. Who else got my other slot? Paul G got your 1 slot. Paul Glover and Alan M got your 2 slots that you donated, Pete. Happy birthday, Epps. The Tyreek comment is so overblown. Had to say the opposite. It would have just... Yeah, it's right. It's their vacation time. We don't want a lot to talk about. Usually means trouble. That's true. But it's tough for somebody who does a show. NBA season is over. Oh, I know what we could talk about. Where's those Tampa Bay Lightning fans at? What's up with y'all? Y'all are getting killed down 2-0 in the finals to Colorado. Might not get a triple. Might not get the back-to-back-to-back. Don't look good for y'all. Watson seems to be the only real news story in sports. So it's Monday. I'm going to let y'all pick the show today. Usually it's rankings and projections this time of year. Luis, what's up? Calm down, Steven. I'm right here. What's up, buddy? How are you? Are you okay? Are you sure? No panel. I forbid it. What am I supposed to talk about today, level 2 noob? You want to pay for no panel? You can pay for a no panel today. After Friday, the panel is banned. But then y'all got to be in the chat giving me questions that I can answer. Let's just talk about Watson. Why not? Because is it like? Let's be honest, guys. It's not going to affect our coverage at all. It's not going to affect our team in any way, shape, or form. And you have to admit, as a Dolphins fan, no matter what side you're on of it, you have to admit, you're like, man, I'm so glad we're not dealing with that. So glad we're not dealing with it. That's real. That's 100% real. All right, guys, about 10 or 15 more minutes before I spin the wheel. If anybody else wants to get in the Sam Madison jersey giveaway, get in. We're going to do the jersey giveaway in about 10 or 15 minutes, but I want to give everybody an opportunity to either get some extra slots in here, or if you haven't gotten a slot in, to get in. $10 gets you in. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Let's see here. I have to admit, I wanted Deshaun because I'm selfish and want the Dolphins to win. Good morning, my neighbors. It's another beautiful day in Zamunda. By the way, where's Stephen D? I'm here, Shake Money, right here. They love talking about him until this inevitable suspension is here. Stephen, I'm just so tired of the Dolphins not being in the playoffs. I hope it ends soon. I agree. Alexander says, someone want to donate for me? Let's see here. Top number one wide receivers in the. What makes a number one to a number two? That's a good one. Omar Kelly flip flopping. What did he say this time, Raul? Samuel, dude, there you been. Remember Flores was building around Tua. See, there y'all go. Y'all want to. Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you without the A clown hat. See? Come up here today, ready to go, looking fresh. Y'all want to get on me today. That's all right. That's all right. Your boy's looking fresh, and y'all want to talk about me. Where's the love? Y'all know I'm looking fresh, looking good, feeling great, feeling fine. How are you? Let's see here. All right. Bleacher Report saying that Kyrie and the Nets beefing in a trade may occur. Who saw that coming? Me. Saw coming. Saw that coming up from a mile away. But who's going to trade for him? Who's going to trade for him? All right. Any other donations to get in? Any other donations to get in here? All right, let's see here. There's Pete's takes to Allen and Paul, Cruz Ruiz. Let's go. All right. Last time. 2 more minutes. I just got here, Steven, or is it just for the contest? Oh, I'm doing the whole morning show this morning. I'm just doing the contest giveaway now because, yeah. I pushed it off the last couple of days, and I apologize for that. Last couple of minutes to get in. Get in where you fit in. Matter of fact, here, let me put this link on. If you guys want to donate through Cash App or PayPal, you just got to tell me in the chat so that I see it, so that I can get it in. There's the links for Cash App and PayPal. And we're going to do this giveaway. Y'all ready for this giveaway? Let's go. Pamela asks, where's my hat? Do I need a hat, Pamela? Can I just not wear a hat? Can I just look good without a hat today? Y'all are going to make me get up and go get a hat. You're going to make me very self-conscious about this. which is fine. It's okay. All right. Alexander says, I promise if you donate for me, I will buy you lunch on Friday. You look very handsome without a hat, just unusual. I agree. It does look unusual. People are used to seeing me with the hat on. And I don't even have a beard, which is the crazy part. Do y'all like it without a beard or with a beard? Man. All right. All right, here we go. We're going to do the giveaway. All right, let me pick somebody in the chat here. Andrevius, are you here? Are you here, Andrevius? If you were here, put it in the chat, Andrevius. I'm going to go ahead and do... Steven, I do nothing but hate now. Okay. Andrevius, please pick a number between 1 and 13, Andrevius. My wife likes me without the beard. Andrevius, I understand about your positivity. Just give me a number between 1 and 13, Andrevius. I'm going to wait for Andrevius to give me a number. Andrevius says 8. All right, I'm going to shuffle this 8 times, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all ready? 8. Here we go. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here we go. For the jersey giveaway. Batman! Batman won the jersey. AKA Batman won the jersey. Batman. Batman won the jersey, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Batman. Whew. He won fair and square. Congratulations, Batman. Hey, just so y'all know, I'm going to do one more giveaway, but it's not for the jersey. Okay? This is for a Christian Wilkins 8x11 autographed. Okay? So let me put it back onto the screen. And everybody who got in here, I'm going to do one more. And this will be for not the jersey, a 8x11. I think it's Christian Wilkins. Is it Christian Wilkins? Let me just make sure it's Christian Wilkins. I'm pretty sure it's Christian. Let me just want to make sure. Yeah, Christian Wilkins 8x11 autograph photo. Okay. Here we go. Christian Wilkins 8x11 autograph. Christian Wilkins 8x11 autograph. Flipside Fishing won the Christian Wilkins 8x11 autograph. So Batman won the jersey. And Flipside Fishing won the Christian Wilkins 8x11 autograph. Shout out to Flipside Fishing. All righty. All right. Let's go. All right, I'm inviting y'all onto the panel today. Y'all can talk to me about whatever. Y'all can pick your own topics. Let's go. You can ask me questions. Thought I was done. Thought I was done after that jersey, y'all. And I was like, nah, we're going to get one more winner in here. We're going to get one more winner in here. Let's go. Everybody say that they love Andrevius Shaw. Everybody say, I love you, Andrevius. Everybody in the chat right now, just give all this love. Give Andrevius all this love. Just kill him with kindness and love today. What's up, Pamela?
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I am tired from this weekend. I had to get my kids up early this morning. My mom came and picked them up, and now they're on their way down to Wilmington. So I don't have kids for 9 days.
Whoa.
9 days. Mm-hmm.
Whoa, partay.
I know. I'm excited.
That's amazing.
I'm excited.
9 days.
I know. No kids for 9 days. Good stuff. What's up? What'd you do this weekend?
What did I do? So I was super busy. I don't know how somebody that doesn't work and retired can be this busy, but I'm always busy. I don't know.
I'm not mad at you. I am not mad at you. I get it.
I worked my years now. You have to understand. I worked multiple jobs at the same time. I taught dance for 45 years. I paid my dues, but I don't know why I'm so busy. I do have 5 grandchildren. I see them all the time.
I love it. All right, let me bring in some other people into the chat here.
Bring them in.
Let me bring in my man, David. What's up, David? Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
And girls.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. I have no kids today and no grandkids today. It's wonderful. So
nice.
It's a beautiful day. It's another as our friend Shake Money would say, it's another beautiful day in Zamunda.
Yeah. Can we talk about Rodney Beal to Miami?
Hold on, let me get some of these other people on the back.
Sure.
Let me bring in Alexander. What's up, Alexander?
Good morning, Steven. Happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day, Steven.
Same to you, my friend. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day, David.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too.
And, how's everybody? Thank you, and Pamela. Long time. Well, no, talk to. How are you doing, beautiful lady?
I'm okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
I like it. All right, let me bring in Triple S Podcast. What's up, Triple S Podcast?
What's going on, guys?
Triple S Podcast. What's going on, man?
Morning, sir.
Good to see you guys.
Morning,
Happy Father's Day to the fathers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Got you.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, y'all. The floor is y'all's. Y'all can talk about whatever today.
Let's talk about how much of an idiot Kyrie is.
Why do we have to start out with Kyrie?
Well, because he made a tweet over the weekend that was ridiculous. I'm listening to the Big O show, and then he makes a tweet saying isn't this America? I thought we live in the land of the free. Isn't this America?
Okay.
Why do I pretty much say why I have to pay for things? He expects to live rent free.
Thanks for the great Dolphins representative, and even more being the great ambassador to the Florida Gators. Chomp chomp. Shout out to Shake Money for the $5 donation. Look, here's what I'll say.
Chomp Shake.
Here's what boo the you baby.
Chomp.
Here's what I'll say about Kyrie.
The you.
I feel like with Kyrie, love him or hate him, you know what you get with him, right? And so the reality about having somebody like Kyrie on your team is you knew what you were going to get, and that's what I'm getting about with Kyrie. And so, as far as him and the Brooklyn Nets are concerned, like I 100% see that. Like it's gonna end in disaster. He's gonna get traded, and that's the reality.
And you want to know something else? I want you to give me, guess what two teams are involved right now in Kyrie or interested in Kyrie? Guess what teams?
My guess would be
hopefully nobody.
Oklahoma. I could see Oklahoma going after him because they want to get some stars down there. Or I could see where if LeBron is still interested in having him, that ship hasn't sailed 5-10 years ago already.
So the Bleacher Report reports that the Knicks, the Lakers, and the Cavs are all interested in Kyrie. I'm like, oh my God, please don't trade for Kyrie. Please don't trade for Kyrie. I beg you, please don't trade for him.
Why are we talking about somebody who believes in a flat Earth? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Alexander, let's just talk about the most controversial issue today and get everybody riled up. Why don't we?
The
all
Earth
right.
isn't flat?
The Earth isn't flat? You guys didn't know this?
Let's think about it. If everything else is round and the Earth is the only thing that's flat, come on. That don't make no sense.
So there's a really easy way to test that theory. There's a really easy way. You just keep driving until you fall off.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Or boating.
I mean, just keep going, and if you don't fall off,
the
then
Knicks
guess
will
what?
suck and will always suck, Andreevia said to Alexander.
Thank you, Andreas. I really appreciate it, man. I love you, man.
All right, Triple S, what's up with you, man? What do you want to talk about this morning?
Man,
Miami Dolphins football.
That is priority number one, I would say. I would say maybe a good question to ask the panel would be top games that you think would be the good games to attend this year. Me personally, I'm going to be going to the Cincinnati game on Thursday night with my dad. That was his Father's Day gift. And then that following Saturday, we're also going to be heading to Ohio State versus Rutgers.
Oh, that's awesome. I
love Ohio State. That's my favorite.
Yeah, Ohio State's going to destroy them.
I hope so.
I mean, I'll be there.
Top games for this year.
Week one will be great, right? Opening weekend in what's up? Opening weekend in Miami will be awesome. So I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other games that I'm looking forward to are the Vikings game because that's out of town fan club weekend. In Miami.
Don't forget week 2 Baltimore.
Week 2 Baltimore, the one that I'm hosting.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun game. There's a lot of great games to go to this year.
Chicago's
going to be fun.
I wish I would be able to go to both the Vikings and the Steelers game back to back, but my boss is not going to let me take 2 weeks off for both games. You know, and I would love to do it.
Cincinnati game?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to any game this year.
Oh, that stinks.
No, I'd rather make that money.
I tell you one thing though. To tell you the truth, I tell you one thing, guys. Call me crazy, call me whatever you want. But I am going to go to the Steelers game this year. But I am also going to try to attend a Cowboys game this year.
No, you can't ever be called crazy for
that
going to a primetime game, man.
That stadium is awesome.
I'm about an hour away from the stadium where I live.
Steelers is Monday night, right?
No, Sunday night.
Oh, it's a Sunday night.
No one can call you crazy then, bro. No one can call you crazy for going to a Sunday night football game. That's a crime.
No. I'm talking about the Cowboys game. I'm talking about going to a Cowboys game this year.
Oh, Cowboys versus Steelers?
No, just a regular Cowboys game because I live in Texas, so I'm going to fly into.
They're going to tell you. They're going to Alexander, I wouldn't say that too loud. They're going to be like, "Oh, are you a Cowboys fan now, Alexander?" Huh?
Well, I'm wearing my Dolphin jersey. I'm wearing my Dolphin jersey over there to the Cowboys.
Hey, just so you know,
That's perfect. He's repping.
I've been to plenty of Ravens. I've been to plenty of Ravens games, and I rock Dolphins gear at the Ravens games.
Yes, I'm going to do the same thing.
I have been. I was on 2 years ago. I was on TV. It was like the Ravens, Browns, or whatever. I had free tickets. They were free tickets. I was 11 rows from the field, and I was decked out in my Dolphins gear. And I guess the Dolphins had just, I don't know why, but They had me on the TV. I have a screenshot of it. People are like, "Are you in Baltimore at the Ravens game?" I was like, "Yes."
Repping the Fins,
That's
always
awesome.
repping.
That's awesome. Hey, when the Marlins, when I went to a Marlins game, I rep my Mets gear. You know, so what?
Oh, here
you know,
we
I
go.
when I went to a Panthers game, I rep my Islanders gear. So
Let me.
Yeah, but that don't count. The Marlins are not a good team.
I'll tell you what,
They're the
Encarnacion.
Florida team.
Although they beat the Mets last night.
Yes, they did. They beat the Mets. That guy Encarnacion, his first major league hit was a grand slam.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was watching the game. Trust me, because I'm a
I'm
Mets
not a
fan, guys. So
I'm not a baseball fan in general. I can't stand baseball.
It's more fun
why
when you're
not?
at a game.
I worked at the stadium as a hot dog vendor when I was 17
I tell you
years
the truth,
old.
guys. Baseball. I tell you the truth. Not a lot of people are into baseball like that because they think it's boring and stuff like that. And you know what? They have not done a good job of making the game better, in my opinion.
I got a lot of background noise coming from you, Alexander.
It was. It's probably my son running around like when I'm up. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, but it's more fun at a game. Watching it on TV is like watching golf, which I mean, snooze fest. Nobody's getting tackled. Nobody. Come on.
But I worked for 2 years, 17, 18 years old. I was a hot dog vendor at Pro Prayer Stadium. Or Joe Robbie, whatever it was. I don't remember the name at the time. And let me tell you something. I had more fun selling hot dogs than watching the game.
Well, it was also
at least you enjoyed your dog. So there was a little information. I was on a stream a couple of days ago, and Simon was on there, and he was answering questions.
Simon.
And Simon.
I don't know who Simon is.
I could tell you one thing. I have never seen or heard somebody that had more knowledge about football and like every player, where they went to high school, college. I mean, he just was like a Rain Man. He really was. It was incredible. But I had said something or asked about the conditioning coaches, if we felt like we were better. And he said he actually didn't know a lot about that. But he did say that the Dolphins have teamed up with, it's a group that does conditioning their cyclists out of Britain.
Okay.
And that the Dolphins have teamed up with them about how to condition their body, how to eat, and they have ways where they, analyze players and their body makeup and all these things. I had no idea the Dolphins were doing that.
It actually is going to help them in the long run, with injuries and stuff like that, because we need this team to stay healthy this year, and that's a big thing, because if they stay healthy, then we got a real good shot at contending with Buffalo for the AFC East and maybe contending for at least a Super Bowl, possibly, if we can stay healthy.
Let me ask the panel a question, because
hold up. So real quick, hold on. So this is the screenshot of me on CBS at the Ravens game in my Dolphins gear. No, it's Fox.
That's awesome.
It wasn't CBS. But yeah,
so this dude is like he's just chilling.
It was the 49ers versus the Ravens, and I had great seats, and yeah, I was decked out in my Dolphins gear there, and they're like, you're not in Miami. I was like, who cares? Greatest football team ever. Loved every second of it.
For real, who cares?
Miami's always relevant to us. Always relevant.
I was looking for it. I couldn't find it, but yeah.
That shows.
Sorry, Triple
shows
S.
one thing, Steven.
Are you good? You good?
No, that shows one thing, though, Steven. Triple, I'm sorry to cut you off. I apologize, man.
No, you're good. You're good.
But that shows you one thing, Steven, that you're a football fan. You're a football fan. You're not only a Dolphins fan, but you're also a football fan.
I mean, when the tickets are free, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not paying to go to a Ravens game. If you're gonna send me, I'm gonna rock my Dolphins here.
Well,
I'm a football fan too, but usually I like to root against teams. So if it's not my team where I'm rooting for them, then I'm rooting for somebody to lose.
There you go. What's the question you want to ask, Triple S?
I was gonna say, so you guys just mentioned, if we stay healthy, what our aspirations might be, where we hope we can get to. Does it concern you or bother you that none of the national media, and I'm sure if you guys have friends that are fans of other teams, they're not really worried about us? Does that concern you? Do you think it means anything, or do you think everybody's just tripping, or do you think we're tripping to a degree with our expectations?
I'll answer this first. I actually find it that I think they should use that as motivation. As motivation as to how to see when as bulletin board material. A while ago, Bobby McCain was when he was with the Dolphins was saying don't sleep on us, and he had like an Instagram live where he had other people come on, and he said he didn't want people to know that we're good. Let them think that we're bad. And then we'll come out and we'll shock the world.
What was the result?
They're saying. I think that was 2020, the COVID year, when they went 10-6, and we missed the playoffs by one. But let me say this: use that as bulletin board material, and come into week one and just get the motor rolling and go from there, man. I actually like that that everybody is underestimating us. I like that.
I think it's typical. I think that's what they do. They don't pay us any attention. And here's the deal. The national media is a bandwagon. So until one person says, hey, they use their own brain, which most of them can't, they're just not that smart. So they're not really looking. They're just going to go with what everybody else's narrative is. And what they're missing is a lot. And I totally agree with the fact, just ignore us. That's fine. Just wait and see.
I don't really give a flip of what anybody has to say. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Because all you have to do is come out and, like Pamela says, and like Alexandra said it, we're under the radar, just like they did the Miami Heat. That gave them no love this year, and yet we're number one team in the Eastern Conference. No love. Same thing they do to the Dolphins, the University of Miami. You name it. That's what they do to Miami.
Does it concern any of you guys? Because to me, it's a little concerning to know that nobody.
No, I mean,
I think Pamela hit the nail on the head when she said it's typical. And the fact that it's typical, this is a season where we don't want typical in any sense of the word when it comes to the Dolphins, because typical with the Dolphins is usually not good.
Tyreek Hill is typical, and Jalen Waddle is typical. That's
not
good.
Typical of the Dolphins.
No, I didn't say that. I said two players.
Typical with the media.
I think another thing you also have to think about too, right? Is it's June 20th, right? So when we're in October 20th or November 20th, we can start evaluating. We can start making real evaluations about this team, and I think I don't have a problem if somebody wants to predict what the future holds for this team, because I think there's a lot to expect, good, bad, or otherwise, right? Like whatever your viewpoint is, it's okay. I just think that it's a perspective at this point. It's not what the reality will be, or it's what you perceive. Hey, look, based on what they've done this year, this is where they're headed.
Well,
hold on. Let me say this, guys. Let me say this. Does New England Patriots lack confidence? They're going to tell you they're going to have a great record. The Buffalo Bills lack confidence. They're going to tell you. But when Miami fans say we're going to have a 12-5 record, a 13, whatever,
we haven't done it yet.
We have no confidence. Yeah, but we have the players. We have we have players to be capable of doing that.
And I hate being. I'm not trying to be negative Nancy in this situation, but Buffalo has won 12 or 13 games in a season in the past.
Yeah, but last year they didn't. They won 11. They could have lost. They could have lost.
David, I have to say this because if you guys remember back in 2002, a lot of people said that we actually had the capability of going to the Super Bowl because we finally found a running game with Ricky Williams. We had a receiving core with Gadsden, Chambers, and James McKnight. And we went and we ended up pooping the bed. We went 9-7 that year and lost the final 2 games, and then we lost. And in the final game,
they do that to teams all year long. They do that every year. They do that.
David, in fairness to us, right, and in fairness to the people, Buffalo went 13-3 2 years ago. Patriots are the all-time winningest team in the last 20 years, right? They've had 13 in season.
I'm talking last 2 years they didn't have Brady.
Okay,
I'm talking. They still think they're better than us.
But you're talking about confidence.
You should have confidence.
Why we haven't? And I'm playing devil's advocate here, David.
Mm-hmm.
We have not done enough to have that confidence yet. That's
real. Let me ask you a question.
Right.
So this
we haven't
offseason,
seen it yet, but
we haven't seen it. There's a difference. We have the players to do it.
No, I know we're going to see it.
We have the players to see it. We have the players to see it.
I got the ultimate question, guys. If you weren't Dolphins fans, would you? Sorry, go ahead, Pamela.
As far as what Triple S was saying about being concerned about the media, I want to point out to you the fact that no matter what we did, and just take last season, when we beat somebody that they all said we weren't going to beat, well, we outplayed our talent, and the other team, they just had a bad game. They never gave us credit for the games that we won. The national media is stupid. They're little bandwagon jumpers. They don't have an original thought in their head. Yeah. And if they're proven wrong, they come up with an excuse.
They never admit that they're wrong. They never admit that they're wrong.
The national media. Hold on, I'm sorry, Triple S Podcast. I apologize, man. The national media does not. Steven even said it while on the show. The national media does not watch Dolphin games.
They don't.
They don't watch a lot of Dolphin games.
So
they don't watch any Miami team.
They don't watch any. Exactly.
To give my thought on Pamela's point, the national media are ignorant. They're not dumb.
Yes.
They're ignorant.
Right? Oh no, I think they're dumb.
That's fine. I'm going to say they're ignorant. I'm going to say that they're not qualified enough to give an opinion.
Let's say this.
Hold on, David.
They say dumb things.
Hold on, David. Now, with that being said, you also have to give the expectation where, the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game in the last 20 years. So why should the national media give us any credit if we haven't done something in 20 plus years, right? Let's call a spade, right? Now, have we made all the what looks to be the right moves this offseason? Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm very optimistic about it.
There you go. That's confidence right there.
But I will also say to Pamela's point, for her to be like, I know it's going to work out. You hope it's going to work out. You hope it's going to work out.
I know it's going to work out.
You don't know that, Pamela. You don't know that.
I know. I have RSVP. But or ESPN. So no, the reason that I see it so differently is because of the way the off season has been treated so differently. Okay. We didn't do the same things we've done in the past, which was let amazing players go. So we have treated it differently. Yep. I believe that we have brought in people like Wes Welker, for example, being a coach. I mean, Wes Welker is a very passionate player, and he wants to win and knows how to win. These guys, Sam Madison, they're going to make a difference.
see, my problem is this. My problem is I can't. In my mind, I think always big, and I always think that it's positive, and it's always. I don't think any other way. I'm incapable of thinking negative. I'm incapable of thinking that we're going to be garbage.
Yeah,
I don't think like that.
okay.
It's impossible for me to think like that.
Okay, David. So here's my problem with that. All right, and it's not even a problem. Here's my argument to that. Right, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Okay.
I don't knock the devil out the water though. That's the problem.
Okay. Number one. Most of this fan base is sick of their hearts getting torn out of their chest year in and year out. Mm-hmm. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. Now, to Pamela's point, we have done things differently. I got a lot of noise in the background from somebody. I don't know if that's. So
let me 1 second. Let me just
hold up, David. Take a chill pill. Let me finish my statement, David. Calm down. Okay. You have to understand that the fans are sick of getting their hearts ripped out of their chest, right? And so the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. To Pamela's point, basically, if you're looking at it, we did do stuff differently this year. Mm-hmm. But as a fan, you can't expect some fans, at least I don't expect some fans, to feel differently, to be like, all right, look, I get it. We have done things differently. But that doesn't guarantee us that we're going to turn this thing around.
Correct.
It doesn't guarantee that.
But let me say this. You said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So how many times have a lot of these people have thought the same way negatively and expect negative stuff instead of thinking positive? It goes both ways.
I mean, it does, but are you?
I
feel like what you're. Hold on. I feel like what you're trying to tell me, David, or trying to get me to say, is be like, Steven, you should be all on. And I know you're not saying it to me, but you're trying to tell that fan, if you're not 100% committed to them being great this year, then what is the point of rooting?
No, I'm not saying that.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that. We got to realize that some people think negative, some people think positive, and for me, I'm going to think positive no matter what people tell me. That's what I'm telling you.
That's fine, and there's nothing wrong
the media,
with that.
Who care? I don't care what people say.
Okay, David, I have a I don't care jar in my house that if I can say I don't care,
oh my God,
I'm gonna you're gonna be involved in that here in a second. Okay, just understand that it's okay to feel that way, but don't go after the fan who's like, I don't know. I have my reservations about it.
Hey,
David, I might make fun of them. I might make fun of them, but I'm not. I love the people. Believe me,
That's not fair to make fun of them.
But it's fun to mess with people.
It's not.
It's fun to mess with people.
Take it from me. Listen.
So one of the things that.
Ms. Pam,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go
ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, take it from me, David. Steven would tell you, I'm the biggest positive Dolphins fan that there is. And I even told him, a while ago that we're gonna make the playoffs, that we're gonna make the playoffs, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And but the thing is, I noticed is that if somebody talks negative about the Dolphins, especially a fan, I can't go after them. I can't defend it because. I can't go after them or I can't say anything because I know that we've been let down for years. Yeah. We've had good expectations throughout the years.
So David, let me
I just don't think like
David,
I want to say something.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I want to ask you and David a question, Pamela, and this is a fair question. Okay. Let's play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Let's say the Dolphins go 6-10 or 5-11.
Mm-hmm.
But they did everything right this year, and you just knew that the things were going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be able to come up here and be like, you know what? I was wrong.
Absolutely.
I don't know why we should have any hope because this team just consistently makes the wrong choices week in and week. By the way, I want to state this for the record. I don't expect that to happen. But if it does, I want to know what you'll say.
Well, this is the thing. It depends. Let me just say this. It depends on how the team plays because you can go 6-10 and ball out and just be let down. It happens.
Pamela,
you know what I'm saying? The defense can let down.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Pam.
go after Pan with Steven.
So what I'm thinking is, first of all, it would have to be 6 and 11.
Oh yeah,
For
thanks again.
17 games. But I think it
you
would
knew what I was saying.
depend. Like David said, like, did Tua look really good? Was there something just not clicking? I don't know. 6 and 11, I might go. Dang, I was wrong. But I got to go. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Yeah, let me
why
ask
did you
you guys
leave,
a
Pamela?
question.
Oh, Pamela.
All depends on what the team looks like. If they lose by 1 point, it's a different story.
David and I love you and Pam both. Love you and Pam both.
Yeah.
I think that's the definition of the fan that is making excuses for the team.
Exactly.
Of course, I mean, but you're gonna make excuses. But the reality is that are we making excuses? But people always talk about there's excuses or they're just facts of what happened.
Well, the facts would be if that happened. The facts would be that the Dolphins are trash. That's what the facts.
Facts. The fact would be if you go 6 and 11, nobody balled out. The defense didn't ball out. Tua didn't ball out. Nobody balled out. The fact would be that you would be trash.
And I just want to say the only reason I'm having this conversation is because you all brought it up as per instance.
Yeah, I remember that there was a good.
And I wanted to say, and I just wanted to put the opposite shoe on and just play devil's advocate here. I don't think that we're going to fail. I don't think that we're going to go 5. I truly do think we're going to have a great season this year. But for the sake of the conversation and the sake of the fan that is pessimistic about the team and the moves that we made and doesn't believe in it, I'm not mad at them. I 100% get where they're coming from.
Doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean they're right.
Doesn't mean you're right either.
Of course.
But listen. But you again. It's that if you say anything negative, now we're talking about the mainstream media. Like who cares about the mainstream media? Because
I agree, Lewis. Thank you.
No, David. But what I'm saying is, I've also heard it just feels like we want everything to be peaches and cream with this team. Because I've heard Ryan Clark, he's part of the mainstream media, and Ryan Clark has said he thinks Tua's going to have an incredible season. He thinks that all these weapons. So, and Marcus Spears is another one that's on the mainstream media, and he's talking good about
I don't know what. But the problem honestly, I don't know what they say because I don't watch it.
No, well, obviously you do because you're saying that the mainstream media don't talk good about him. So you're talking about like the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, and the problem is we haven't won. You know what everybody's picture is? You know what my picture is? Every time I talk about the Dolphins, I see Stephen Ross being our owner for 20 years and seeing what he's done.
Lewis, let me ask you a question.
I've seen 20 years of straight losing, so I can't
Lewis,
come
you
out
can't
this
put
season.
the blame on Ross.
Hold on,
Alexander,
Lewis,
but I can't.
you can't put the blame on
Alexander,
You can't put
hold on, David, hold on.
him.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I understand. But what my point is, I can't just come out this year because we got Tyreek Hill and Taron Armstead and say, we're winning 13 games.
I get that, man. I get that. That's why I said it. That's why I said to see. I'm sorry, David. I apologize. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Alexander, Lewis, let me ask you a question because my brother-in-law is from Detroit, Michigan. Mm-hmm. And every year they think they're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Every year. Every single year.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
I don't blame him.
Thomas R. says, Stephen, you sound like the national media. You want to have it both ways. True fans are 110% dedicated on blind faith year in and year out. Definition of a fanatic.
That guy's an idiot.
Those are homers.
I'm a fanatic.
So Thomas,
those are homers, right? Good point,
let me finish. Here's what I'll say, okay? Level 2 noobs trolling. He said, "Yeah, Steven, you aren't a real fan. No fan can be objective about their team." I believe this. I believe there's a difference. I believe there's a difference between being a homer and being an objective fan. I go in and year out in my heart saying, "All right, I know we didn't do a great job this all season, but maybe this is our year. Maybe we get blind." I'm there every Sunday rooting for the team.
Facts.
So you can never question my loyalty, ever. I don't think that's what you were doing by stating that comment, by the way. But I will say that I think that true fans aren't 100% dedicated on blind faith year in and year out. There are plenty of true fans that think this year is going to be a bust. And they feel that way. I'm not mad at them for feeling like this. I'm saying you have a right
Nobody's
to
mad
feel
at
that way.
them.
But you
Nobody's
are.
mad at them. No,
But you
I'm not
are.
mad at them.
Yo, Steven, let me ask Pamela a
I'm not
question.
mad at them at all.
Yeah, let me ask Pamela a question. I'm glad she's back because I wanted to ask, but then you had headed out. So earlier you had said anytime we beat somebody that we weren't supposed to beat, that the media would come up with an excuse. And I just went and I looked at the schedule, and I'm wondering, who did we beat that we weren't supposed to beat?
The
Baltimore.
very first game.
We weren't
Very
supposed to beat Baltimore with all those
The
injuries.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Baltimore had
No,
all those
nobody had
I
us
don't
beating
know, man.
Baltimore.
All
And
right,
Or
okay.
the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
I
nobody had
remember
us
to
beating
this
What
day,
other
Baltimore.
game? What other
guys.
game? What
I
other
have
game?
to admit, I was scared. I didn't know if we were going to do it.
No, Steven, you actually came up here on the panel before that game, and I remember like it was yesterday, man. You were saying
So
you
I
said
did ask
that you were
Pamela
gonna
that,
run
man.
your
I did ask
mouth
Pamela.
I did.
if we beat Baltimore.
And that we were going to win every other game
Yes,
after that.
and
And
we're
we
gonna win every
almost
other
did.
game.
Steven and
Yeah.
We
Alex, I asked
almost did.
Pamela.
Tennessee blew it for me.
Steven and
So-
Alex, I did ask Pamela.
my question
David,
is
I did
this.
ask Pamela. I did ask
Oh, no.
Pamela.
Go ahead,
She
Pam.
hasn't answered yet.
So the very first game, the Cheatriots game, either one of the Cheatriots game, they didn't think we were going to beat them the
No,
first
I don't
time,
think-
let alone the second time.
I don't think nobody had us. I think people did have us beating Patriots because I
Maybe
remember
not the
on
first time,
Sunday
definitely the
NFL
second
Countdown
time.
that they had there were some people to pick the Dolphins, and I think the Dolphins were actually favored that game to win.
I don't
think
know.
they were.
But
I
not
don't
by
know. It
much.
seemed like
The
every game.
Dolphins were favored in Week 1 against the Patriots
So-
last year.
Exactly.
You
Yeah, they were
guys,
favored, but it was
whatever
a
happened-
3-point or 1
My
point.
question remains: who did we
Hold-
beat that
hold
we
on one
weren't
second.
supposed to
Let-
beat, other than an injury-riddled Baltimore?
Let me ask a question.
one
Let me
of
say
them-
that
anybody?
whatever happened to agree to disagree? No one can disagree on things anymore. Like you might have,
I just
Louis,
asked
you
a
might have
question,
your.
dude.
No,
Hold on a second.
So David, no, hold up, David. Here's my problem with your take, okay? And I'm not saying you're meaning it to come out this way. I'm just telling you how it's coming out. The way it comes out off of your side, and I don't know if you mean it by this or not, is that if you are not somebody who automatically gives the Dolphins the benefit of the
No,
doubt.
I don't mean it that way.
All right, hold on, let me finish. That I'm telling you how it comes off. I'm not saying that you mean it like this. I'm just telling you how it comes off. If you don't automatically think that the Dolphins are going to do great this year, that you don't automatically think that the Dolphins are going to have a great record, if you don't automatically think that Tua is the savior of this franchise, if you don't automatically think that this team's going to win 13 games, that you're not a true fan, that your fandom is not good enough. Like you have to go in with blind faith year in and year out. And what I'm telling you is that for the fan that doesn't have blind faith, but still is there on a day in, day out basis, those fans mean just as much as you do, right? I'm not mad that you feel that way, but I want you to respect the people that also feel, hey, look, I think we're going 8 wins this year, maybe 7.
So somebody
I
answer
just
my
don't see
question
it.
though. Who do we beat that we weren't supposed to beat, other than an injury-riddled Baltimore? And I would argue we should have won that game at home against a team with crazy amount of injuries. Who do we beat that we weren't supposed to beat?
I'll give you a different answer. I'll give you a different answer. I'll give you a different answer.
I don't
Then
think
there
you're
will
going to
be
get the answer
nobody.
you're looking for.
Let me ask you. Let me say it this way: Should we beat the Jacksonville? Should have we beat them? We should have beat them, right?
And we didn't.
Oh,
Carolina,
two missed field goals.
Carolina,
We beat Jacksonville.
Carolina was
Exactly.
actually a
Good
big
point.
one.
should have we
Two missed
beat
field goals.
Atlanta?
I think Carolina was one of
Of course
them.
we should have beat
I
Atlanta.
think Triple S. I think Carolina was one of them.
Come
You don't
on,
think we were supposed to beat Carolina?
No, we wasn't. We were favored against Carolina.
I don't think.
At
I
home,
mean, I
with
I
Cam
could be
Newton.
wrong, but I
don't think
thought that
so.
we were not favored.
We were
I
first
didn't
half
think we
favored against
were.
Carolina.
They kept talking about their defense and all that,
Yeah,
so I didn't think we were favored.
And
They said that Tua was
to
gonna
further
struggle with
and
that
to,
Because we
defense.
were already in the midst of a winning streak.
and to further elaborate on the viewpoint, I think that if you're critical of the Dolphins, there is some of the fan base. In fact, I would say a majority of the fan base that if you're critical of the Dolphins in any way, shape, or form, that you're not considered a real fan. And you know what? Somebody pay my swear jar because I'm about to say it. It's bullshit. It is 100%.
I don't
There's a
think
different- there's
anybody
a-
ought to talk about other people's fandom. And as far as so this point that people were making, or you, Stephen, specifically about people looking negative at our schedule and how it's going to go and all that. What I see is a very young fan crowd, very young, and I'm talking under 40. I'm calling you very young if you're under 40, and they've never seen the high times. So I understand them being more skeptical. I don't question their fandom, because some of you young people that are fans, I congratulate you, because to be that diehard of a fan and you've never seen the high times, I think that takes a lot to be that much of a fan.
Hey, I'm
Pam,
37. Does that consider me a young fan?
Pam, no, Pam,
I'm
and I would agree.
37.
I would agree with that, Pam. But I'm 41, and I'm skeptical of this team.
Well, okay, so I got to move it to 45 then.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, Lewis,
41 ain't gonna work.
Lewis.
I don't.
There's
Hey,
no.
Pam, you
there's
might have to
no
move that
reason.
to higher.
Higher.
Lewis,
I'll
there's
be 40.
no.
I'll be 47 on Sunday.
Okay,
Thank you,
But
Pam.
Oh, happy birthday,
but
Hey,
all right. So hold on. Let me elaborate more on Pamela's points. What I will say
Happy birthday,
with Pam,
Crypto. Happy Father's Day, Crypto, for your
All right,
father, by the way. And
I
Lewis
will.
too.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Likewise to all the fathers out there for sure.
Yes, sir.
I
All
will
you
say.
guys.
Yep.
I will
All
say
the
that
fathers, happy
Pamela's.
Father's Day.
Can I get my point out? Y'all stop saying Happy Father's
Stephen,
Day.
happy Father's Day,
Man,
Stephen.
Happy
Happy
Father's
Father's
Day,
Day,
you
Stephen.
don't care about no fathers around here. Hey, shush. Anyways, as I was saying, if you look at Pamela's take, there are some of the fan base that has seen this team be really good on a year in, year out basis. They know what winning looks like. They've seen the Dolphins do well. I can admit, being 33 years old, I don't remember the Dolphins being good.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't remember it. A majority of my entire life, okay, since I was 13 for the most part, this team has been losing. Perennially,
Well, I
year
don't
in
think
and year out.
10-6 is losing.
But they haven't won a playoff game, David. So as far as
No,
I'm
no, I
concerned,
agree with
until
that, but I'm just saying that's technically not losing.
they haven't been a contender. Okay, how about that? They haven't been a contender.
So
And
just close enough to tease you and then cut you off at the knees.
They weren't. They haven't been a
100%.
contender long.
It's called mediocre.
So let me state how I really feel. Do I think that we're going to have a great year this year? I do. I believe that in my heart of hearts, that I think we made all the right moves this offseason, that I think that the ownership all the way on down to the last player on the bench all seems what it looks like to be on the same page. Now, they have screwed this up before. They haven't done it right. They have made big moves in the offseason and still haven't done it. They have very rarely, but they have signed free agents that have been with us very rarely. But this is all seems like they're making the right moves. But if they go out and crap the bed, for whatever reason, don't care what that reason is. Alexander, I'm putting you on mute because there's just way too much background noise. If they go out and crap the bed for whatever reason that it is, I have to be like, my team sucks. Like they haven't done it right. I love them, but they suck.
So Stephen,
that's what I'm going to say.
Here's the thing that's different about this year. We didn't just pick up free agents. We didn't just keep and re-sign players. There has been, like I was saying earlier, Wes Welker, Sam Madison, these guys are winners. They know how to win. They're not going to crap any bed because these guys are winners. And I can I say for sure we'll make it to the playoffs? Of course not. Do I believe we'll make it to the playoffs? Yes, I do. And I think if you look at our season last year and how we were just missing in most of those losses, a few plays, there was, like I've said many times, bad clock management multiple times that was just like so stupid. And I feel like some of that stuff cost us games. And so when I look at the upgrades we've made, I don't think we lose those games this year. I think we win those contended games.
Let me say something when you're finished. Lewis, when you're finished, let me say something, please.
No, it's just a quick question to Pamela, because I agree with everything you said. Usually when Pam comes on, I like listening to Pam because, again, I think we need more people like Pam in this organization. Let me just start off by saying that. But Pam, everything I just heard you say just now was kind of like, again, taking shot at coaching, because I heard there was bad play management and clocking. So in your opinion, do you think any of those games that we lost, like everybody harps on the Jacksonville game, everybody harps on the Atlanta game, do you think that Tua had anything to do with those losses?
I think it was a team loss. It's definitely a team loss. But there are some things, and I'm not sure, the bottom line always does fall with the head coach. Was he in charge of, the clock management? I mean, I can't tell you how many times, and play calls, bad play calls. Like, I just couldn't believe. And it falls on the head of the head coach. Was it him? I don't know. But I think when we look at that season, there was always something missing with the coach. Like I thought he did great. Like with our defense, of course, you just can't complain about that. But as a whole, I felt like they did not make changes at halftime that they should have. That falls on the coach. Did Tua make some bad throws? Yes. But did he have, an O-line half the time? They even got better. I don't know. It's a team game.
Pamela, let me ask you a question. When the start of the game and we would come out in the beginning of the game and Tua would have a great first opening drive, score 7 points most of the time, and then after that, when it got off script, he couldn't do nothing. And then when you just said about adjustments, that's kind of like false, because after halftime, Tua and the offense looked great again. So those are adjustments that the coaching staff made at halftime. The problem was that after those scripted 10 to 15 plays that Tua ran perfectly, Tua off script wasn't getting the job done. That's the problem. So when we come out here and we say, oh, the coaching didn't make no adjustments, well, I'm going to call, they made great adjustments in the beginning of the game. So they made great adjustments at halftime.
So Lewis, we talked on Larry's panel yesterday. We talked on Larry's panel last night, and people were bringing up Lamar Jackson and Tua and all this kind of stuff. And then when I said something about Alabama Tua, you said you can't go back 5 years. But yet with Lamar Jackson, you can go back to his MVP year and have the same opinion. No, listen. Let me finish. Okay. Everybody can go back to Lamar, not just you, but everybody can go back to Lamar's MVP year, but not recent. Okay, so my question and my point is that this is the stuff that I get frustrated with. It's not that people don't know what you're talking about. You understand the game. My point is that if we can't go back to Tua, we can't go back to Lamar either. We have to go.
I'm going to rebuttal. I just want to rebuttal. I didn't know if you were done or not. I just want to rebuttal.
No, I'm not done yet. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
So I bring that up for a point. The point is that yes, it's coaching. Yes, it's Tua. Yes, it's Lamar. Yes, it's this. Yes, it can be all of the above. More than one thing can be right at the same time.
I agree with that, David.
So it could be a perfect mix and balance of everything went right and wrong.
I agree.
Sometimes 100%. stuff just goes wrong. Sometimes stuff just goes right.
David,
and it's out of people's control. Now
David, I agree 100%. But when you said last night, because we were together, and you can't accuse me of saying 5 years. I'll say it again. When I say to the argument to everybody that I hear about Alabama Tua, see, the problem is that before Tua got to Alabama, Jalen Hurts was winning 12 and 13 games in national championships.
Level 2 Noob times you out, David.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
David, just stay in the back so you can listen. See, the problem the problem is Jalen Hurts was winning national championships in 12 games. After Tua left, Mac Jones won national championships. Look what Bryce Young did last year. It's not about Alabama. I'm tired of hearing this Alabama. You have 5 stars everywhere. And the problem is that I don't go back to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, since he got into the league, has showed he's been a franchise guy. Last year, before the season started, his 2 starting running back, Josh Dobbins and Gus Edwards, tore their ACLs in OTAs. That's 2 of the starting running backs. And everybody says, oh, they had a great running game last year. Yeah, you know why? Because they had a dual threat quarterback. Because Lamar Jackson is the quarterback, but he's also was their running back. And Tua will never be able to give us that. I wouldn't consider. So we're gonna say.
I got a rebuttal. Time out, Luis. Luis, you're gone for 10 minutes.
But I don't see that as an issue. You know, if Tua can give us a Pro Bowl year without running the football a lot, you know, without scrambling, then you know that's fine. You know, it's just as good. It's just as good. I mean. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not going to start the debate now with Lamar and Tua. I'm not going to start the debate because I already know that I'll get criticized for it. I'll get destroyed for that. But
you already did. You know, days ago, Alexander.
But if it came down to it, if Tua does not have a good season and does not succeed with this offense, you know, I'm okay with moving off of Tua and going a different direction. You know,
let me say one thing about that whole
Alexander,
what David was saying a second ago.
I just want to say something real quick, and then I'm out of here. I just want to make one point. Look, I'm very pro Lamar, but at the same time, the argument he used about how Jalen Hurts won a championship and Mac Jones won a championship are correct. But the same could be said about Lamar Jackson. Joe Flacco won with Baltimore. Trent Dilfer won with Baltimore. That organization was a winning organization. So he didn't make the difference. Baltimore was a successful run franchise for the last 20 years. So it did help him that he went to Baltimore instead of Cleveland. So that's all I want to say.
But he got an MVP.
That's a good point. Good point, Chase.
That is a good point.
All right, let Tony go. What's up, Tony?
But hey, I gotta go, guys. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?
All right, Alex.
Okay. Have a good day, guys.
Pam, thank you for having a rational analysis of our generation. Me and Steven's generation are always cautiously pessimistic. We want to trust this franchise to do well, but they basically tore our hearts out most of the time. They did it with Adam Gase. They did it with the unicorn line, and I can't really trust them enough right now. Everything looked good on paper, but just because it looks good on paper doesn't mean it's and stuff like
that. They still have to play the game.
Yeah. Hey, Steven.
I want to have faith. I really want to have faith, but my faith with this team has been sucked out and stuff like that. I really want to have
I understand.
Hey, Steven. One thing to wrap up the Lamar thing. One last thing on Lamar. When Homeboy said if you can't bring up Tua at Alabama, then you can't bring up Lamar's MVP season. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Lamar not the MVP in 2019?
Yes.
Yes, he
was.
was
3 years ago.
It was more recent.
It's also in the pros versus a completely different level of play. I just wanted to bring up that point.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth because that's what I was going to finish for what Lewis was trying to get to.
You can't say if you can't bring up Alabama Tua, you can't bring up MVP Lamar. Well, Alabama Tua is a completely different league versus MVP Lamar. Lamar did that in the pros, man. I don't know. I think I know why it keeps getting brought up is because Lamar's been connected to us in talks. But in terms of him versus Tua, I can't understand how that conversation has any legs. But anyway, that's
with the last.
Fair enough point.
Thank you, Triple. For me, when I look at Lamar's lack of consistency. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
With the lack of consistency with Lamar, for me, when I analyze that in terms of his throwing, I can blame the scheme that Baltimore runs because they're forcing him to run most of the time instead of being an overall quarterback. Can you guys say that? Let's be honest with analyzing Lamar's lack of consistency in the passing game. It's because of the scheme they're running that they're forcing him to run most of the time instead of throw. You guys agree?
But he was used to that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's already been used to it. It's the same.
And again, to somebody's prior point, he's on a winning team. He's on a franchise that
and it's the same offense he ran since he came in the league. It's not different.
They won
he had
before
inconsistency as far as personnel, but it's been the same offense.
And what I'm saying in terms of the passing game, in terms of passing game,
right?
Is what
his passing personnel has been in and out of the lineup.
But I also believe that a lot of blame is put on Tua for games that were team losses, including coaches, including not making halftime adjustments. Like I've said 1,000 times, clock management. There were times I just wanted to rip somebody's hair out because I couldn't believe we were letting time tick off the clock and we're down. We needed to make a play. And to me, unless you're guarding a huge lead, which I hate prevent defense, and unless you know that you can lose this game and still go to the playoffs, okay, maybe. But why? What other reason would we not be going balls to the wall? Why would we ever play back or guard a lead?
Pamela,
I hate that.
But Pamela, that's right that you included everybody, but you constantly keep letting our special teams and Jason Sanders off the hook. They was just as instrumental in us missing key field goals that would have made the margin spread big enough for us not even worry about losing those close ball games. So he deserves a lot of the blame for our losses too.
I agree. It's a team loss all the way across the board. I agree. But I feel like Tua gets a lot of the blame, carries the bigger burden.
And he makes mistakes.
He does,
but if you play the most important
he also
position,
didn't have
critical errors, you're going to get criticized. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's the way it works. Especially when you're polarizing.
It's a high-profile position. Yeah, that's correct.
As many fans as Tua does that never want to criticize him, you're going to get people from the other side that are going to say, well, hold on. I'm glad you brought up the games you brought up, Pamela. The Falcons game, the Jags game. What do people that love Tua say about those games? The same things you kind of just said. The defense let us down at the end. The coaching let us down. They don't want to bring up that Tua had a horrible pick where there was not a Dolphins receiver on the screen.
Absolutely.
Not on the screen. There was not a Dolphins receiver on the screen, and he threw it to three Jacksonville players.
Do you know that was his mistake, or did somebody run the wrong route?
Okay, there you go.
Was it miscommunication and a wrong route?
Somebody ran the wrong route, Pamela, for sure. That's there was no Dolphins receiver in the screen.
There's not one there. Why not?
Yeah, for sure. Got you.
I mean, it could be.
It could be
just messed up, but it could be.
Where there was no Dolphins receiver in the screen because he's not that good at quarterback.
Yeah, but a lot of times he throws to a spot on the field.
Jesus pieces, man.
No, you throw to a spot on the field. Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes there's three defenders.
You don't just blindly throw to a spot, though.
I got you.
I would rather
you have to field survey and read the defense to throw to that spot.
Pamela, in that situation, I'd rather if he knew that there was no receiver there, why not?
Absolutely.
I would rather a smart quarterback would just take the sack instead of making that stupid mistake.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna go watch it again.
Yeah, just take sometimes there's such thing as a smart sack.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and when it comes to clock management, honestly, could we actually? How much could that be blamed on the coach, and how much could that be blamed on the quarterback as well? Because there's times where I can see quarterbacks make stupid clock management decisions as well. Then it's always blamed on the coach. Why is it that we blame it on the coach instead of the player?
So Triple S is entirely right. Lamar Jackson has never made a mistake. He has never thrown an interception.
Oh, come on.
He's never done any of that stuff. No other quarterback has done that either. No other quarterback has done that either.
I think the all or nothing comment is not good.
Because I didn't
It's
say
not.
any of that. That's hilarious.
Well, the all or
Not just,
all right, so
let
It's
me
not
let me say
all or
this, Stevie.
nothing. Everybody.
the all or nothing comment is I mean you can't do that.
It's
Like,
extreme.
Okay, so let me say this
I
thing.
don't,
Let
I
me
don't
say
think you
this
guys
thing.
hear what I'm saying. You hear not positive Tua. You hear not completely
You have
all
no
in.
idea what you're talking
100% pro
about.
Tua.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not a Tua.
Okay,
I
buddy.
don't care about Tua. You have no idea what you're talking
You
about.
sound like you do, man.
No, you're putting me in a
The thing is, you don't have
position.
an idea what
You're
you're talking
putting
about
me in a
because you
position
literally said that I
to
said something that I
defend
didn't even
Tua.
say anything
well,
close to saying.
I think
I didn't say. You said I said Lamar never made a mistake. When did I say that?
No,
He's
you
not
said.
saying.
I'm not.
He's
See,
not saying that.
you're not listening. That's the
Okay,
problem. You want to hear what
say?
you want to
What
hear.
was the first thing you said?
David,
You said, "Oh, sorry,
explain.
Triple S said Lamar never made a
So,
mistake," but I never said that.
no, I was being
I think
sarcastic. I was being sarcastic because you're
exactly.
you're blaming you're blaming a quarterback who, first of all, Lamar Jackson has played how many more games than Tua?
I wasn't
How
even
many more?
talking about Lamar, bro. I was talking about
Hold
Tua
on,
versus
but you said my comment was stupid. Let me finish. Let me defend my comment.
Go ahead.
When I was out.
Go ahead.
So let me defend my comment, and then you can talk.
Go ahead.
So, first of all, a year and a half. That's all he's played. And you're making me defend Tua. I don't even want, bro. I'd rather have Lamar Jackson, but you got to have a balanced outlook on life, bro. On everything, you have to have balance, bro. If you don't have balance, you're gonna fall for anything.
You're right.
You got to understand that Tua only played a year and a half, and he missed a lot of games. He played 7 in his first year, and he played what? How many last year? 13, whatever. Bro, he's not even close to Lamar Jackson's stature. Not even close when it comes to games played. So you guys brought up saying that, he did it in the NFL. Tua hasn't played as much games as him. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Can I respond to that? And then
no, I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished yet.
I think if we go one by one, it'll be a lot better, man. Let me just respond to that. Then you can go to your next gripe. I think that might work better. Do you agree or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I'll just keep it quick. So you're saying he hasn't played as much time in the NFL, but I still don't see what your issue is with what I'm saying. I'm saying because what you said earlier was that if you can bring up Lamar's MVP season, you can't, or if you can bring that up, then you can also bring up Tua at Alabama. And I disagree because it's in a different league. One was done in the pros, Lamar's MVP 3 years ago.
Okay.
And one is in university.
So my question to you is, if we're going to play what if and going through the past, what if Tua does suck this year, he goes to another team and then wins the MVP with another team?
Well, I don't know, man. I'm not
Then
playing.
that
I'm just explaining why I think
it's a hypothetical.
then that happens.
That's hypothetical.
So all I'm saying is that if you're gonna judge one player, you got to judge them all the same way, the same way you judge everybody else.
Trying to. That's why I'm trying to.
No, you're not, because Lamar Jackson
but
has.
I am because I'm only looking at their NFL time. And you're trying to make it different by looking at Tua's college time. You're not looking at Lamar's college. See, that's the difference. You're trying to move the goalposts.
So if you're talking 3 years
if you
ago,
want to go that way, then
go
Lamar
3 years
Jackson
back
never
on
won a
Tua.
championship.
That's what
you want to go that way.
Still a different league,
trying to
Cam.
go that way.
He didn't, but
he's not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to go the opposite way. I'm trying to only include the NFL right now.
Bro, but Tua won a championship.
University.
What are you talking? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, he
won a championship, and you said Lamar Jackson won a.
Trying to include college.
Come on, man.
Hey, David.
Championship at college level doesn't even compare to NFL. We're not doing this.
I'm just trying to only include the NFL. That's it.
That's right. You got to go with NFL.
If I can just say,
go ahead, Lewis.
No, I was just going to ask you, David, because you said Tua won a championship. Do you realize that the first pass that Tua threw was in the second half of the national championship game? Like, he didn't play one snap of that season at Alabama, and now we're going to come out here and say that Tua won a national championship.
All right, we shouldn't get stuck on this, though. This is like a side argument.
No,
Alabama was already primed to win that game.
I don't know what to tell you.
No, Tua don't.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
David, get to your next point, David, about what you had an issue with what I said.
I don't know what to tell you. If you guys think Tua sucks, then that's fine.
Nobody
at least judge. My point is, listen. My point is this: if you're going to judge one player, judge them all the same way.
I'm trying
Do
to.
not, do not,
That's
do
what he's
not.
doing at the NFL level.
I'm trying
Do,
to. Yeah.
Exactly.
bro, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Who is the most criticized player in the NFL right now?
Tua.
Thank you.
I mean, as a
I
Dolphins
won't say
fan,
that.
since
Nobody
Look
gets
at you, the
but
lens of a
nobody gets
Dolphins
to
some
fan.
fans just follow
We don't know
criticize
what the
like
other
Tua.
fan base
Nobody.
is on
Yeah, we
different
don't know.
players.
David,
That's not true. No,
David,
I'm
level
not
2
letting you
noob
get away
had
with
you
that
go for
because
the
that's a
day.
fan
Sorry,
type
David.
answer. That's a
Nah,
See you
loaded
tomorrow,
question.
David.
That's
I
a
was trying to
leading
keep talking to
question.
David, man.
That is not fair. No,
Hey,
I'm not going
level.
to say that
Can
Tua
I?
is the most criticized
Hey, real
because
quick,
we're
just so
not
y'all
chimed
know,
Somebody
into
buy David back. Somebody
all
buy
30
David back.
NFL teams.
level 2
Stop it.
noob, just sent David away for the day. He just banned him for the rest of the day.
Yo,
Hey,
somebody buy David back, man. I'm
can
trying
I
to keep
can I
talking to that man.
can I respond to Shake Money? Because when I went out, Shake Money came
If
up here
somebody wants to
for
bring
one.
David back, it's $100. If David
Oh,
wants to come
jeez.
back, it's $100.
Hey, Shake Money came up here and said that my comment about I forgot. Either way, he said about Trent Dilfer winning the Super Bowl in Baltimore and with
Yeah.
Joe Flacco. I would agree 100%. But the problem is that in that Super Bowl that Trent Dilfer won, he threw for I think it was 89 yards in that Super Bowl. They had that defense is going down as one of the greatest defenses ever.
Yeah, it was.
Joe Flacco had Ray Lewis, Suggs, Ed. What you see with Baltimore is, again, now Shake Money made a great point. Baltimore is a winning organization. That's what I complained about earlier with Stephen Ross. So I give Shake Money 100% credit. But what you're seeing Lamar Jackson do in Baltimore is completely different than what Trent Dilfer did and what Joe Flacco and Trent Dilfer were starting quarterbacks like Tua. They can win games. They can even win a Super Bowl if everything is perfect around them. But when shit's hitting the fan and everything's not perfect, I owe you, Steven. But when stuff, when stuff is hitting the fan, there's a difference what we're seeing from Lamar Jackson than what we did with Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco. They were on Baltimore going along for the ride. But Lamar Jackson is carrying what we see in Baltimore now.
I wish Alex was or David was still here because I'd love to know what else he disagreed with that made him say that he thought that I thought Lamar never made a mistake.
No, bro, you're good.
Okay,
I don't know
so let me play the mediator here on that Triple S, because what he was saying, he was overstating something for effect. All it really was, being sarcastic.
Where do you think it came from, though?
In order to make his point, it just.
But what was his point? I guess that's the better question, because
Well,
I don't know why
that
I didn't say anything about Lamar not making mistakes.
Okay, what you were, he saw it as you pointing to Tua as the one who lost all the games. He was going the opposite with the quarterback that you had brought up. He was just being sarcastic to make a point. And I get his point, but I also get your point. But you have to understand that what I was saying about Tua isn't that he didn't make mistakes or wasn't part of the issue when we lost games. It's that I feel like he gets more of the blame for all the losses when clearly
he's going to because he's
the quarterback. I understand. I got you.
Can't get mad at me for that. That's just the nature of the beast.
Nobody's
If
mad.
that's what David's mad at me, if that's what, because we're talking about why David said what he said. If that's why he said what he said to me specifically, I think that's really unfair because that's the nature of the beast. It's the NFL. The quarterback is the highest paid and the most important. If you win, you look at the quarterback, unless there's an insane defense or insane special teams. If you lose, you look at the quarterback, unless
I think you look at the
really
coach,
trash defense
because it falls on the
Pamela,
good point.
Pamela, when we all take the Dolphins out of it, when you throw Sports Center on Sunday night just to get all the scores of the game and highlights of the game, when Patrick Mahomes, when Josh Allen throws touchdowns and stuff, do you hear them say, "What a great call by Andy Reid"? No, you say, "What a great throw."
Yeah, actually.
No,
they don't say that. They do say they don't say nothing about Andy Reid.
Quarterback's league. Whether they win or lose, if they get credit when they win, when they lose, it's always going to be the quarterback. You don't see coaches getting $100 million contracts.
But they don't want any percent of the blame.
Right.
That's not true. Don't overstate. That is just not true. I never said that. I never said that. He deserves, that may be some people, but I never said that. He
I might have
deserves
taken that one a
to
little
be
far. My bad.
criticized when he doesn't play well, but I also think some of the times that he didn't play well, it wasn't just on his shoulders. If you don't have time, if you're always constantly throwing off of your back foot because you can't step up, you know, is that his fault? Well, you
Well,
know,
all I
partially.
know is if Flores got fired because he couldn't get the job done, then Tua should have went with it because Tua hasn't got the job done. I'll just say that.
So Lewis and Crypto,
That's fair. That's definitely
I
fair.
ask you two guys a question real quick. Why is it that when it comes to the clock management issue, we always blame the coach, but we never blame the quarterback?
Because it's on the coach. It's on the
that
coach.
would be more on the coach,
time now.
Tony. Yeah, I would agree with that. That would be more on the coach, Tony. I mean, now
because he has the power to call timeouts right away.
Now,
quarterback
you want
does
to talk
too.
about somebody
But
who over the past years has had good clock management skills on the field? Tom Brady's had great clock management skills on the field. Peyton Manning had
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has. Yep.
Our own
all
quarterback, great Dan Marino.
Yep. All
But wouldn't you say that in those instances,
but all those
quarterbacks
all
that you named,
but
they were
elite quarterbacks,
and they were full on the leader of the team. Like even the coaches don't question them.
100%.
Tua was not in that position, won't be in that position until he proves himself completely. So I feel like in
110%.
every one of those instances, it's not the same. But the clock management is on the coach. To me, it's always on the coach, because if those quarterbacks that you mentioned didn't make those calls, their coaches should have.
Right. No, I agree.
But we always give 100% of the blame on the coach. Why isn't it?
It should be on the players too.
Yeah, no,
I think it's 50-50.
No, but see, here's my problem with giving the player, like, I feel like that's also a practice thing, right? Like in training camp, you practice the 2-minute drill, or you practice the last 50
Good
seconds.
point, Steven.
So it should be on the coach to know that if there's 50 seconds left in a game, or like, let's take the Dallas Cowboys 49ers playoff game this past year. The Cowboys should need the ball with 10 seconds left, not try to go for it. Like, I can't sit there and blame Dak Prescott for that. I mean, he takes some of the blame, don't get me wrong, but I got to blame the coach for not like Sherman's got to know, like Dak's got to know that. Right. And that's on Sherman.
McCarthy.
I said Sherman, my bad.
No, but he still has the power to spike the ball and hurry the team up the line of scrimmage.
Steven, if I show a clip on from YouTube from the Dolphins versus Jags, will you get flagged?
Yeah, I'll get flagged.
It's from YouTube though, like the highlights. You'll get flagged.
No, but where I'm looking, Lewis, where I'm looking at it from is there's times that I even see some. I understand you guys brought up Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, but sometimes I have seen them make some bad.
So one out of every 10, 1 out of every 30.
Stephen D is not exclusive to. Let me debunk that narrative right here and right there, because Urban Meyer gave Trevor Lawrence the same autonomy to audible out of plays and do whatever he wanted at the quarterback position.
How long did Urban Meyer last? How long did Urban Meyer last?
But that's not the reason.
How did that work out?
There was other issues. There was
other issues why Urban Meyer. There's not because he gave the quarterback full autonomy of the offense.
No, but he made poor decisions all around.
But the point is that he gave reign to the quarterback to have clock management decisions. That's my point. It could be given to a rookie that they have confidence in. Don Shula gave it to Dan Marino on day one.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking.
Before he was even proven.
That's what I'm at. That's where my question is coming from, Lewis, is why is it that
Tony, I agree. Listen, Tony, I agree I agree more with Pam and Steven. I do believe it is, when we're talking just pure clock management, I would go there. It should be on the head coach. But I do agree, Tony. I do see I would bet better. Let me just say it like this. I do see your point. There should be if I'm a player, I don't really care if I'm a captain of the team, or I could be a third stringer and I'm just in there because of injury. If I know time management and I see that my team needs a timeout and we have them, I'm gonna. Me personally, if I'm on the field, I'm gonna call it. I don't need a head coach to tell me that. I don't. Players should get blamed for it, or players should have the autonomy to be able to call timeouts. But if we're just going purely on, that would be more on coaching.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
But a
Yeah,
player
that's
should
why
be
I
able
say
to
it's
call timeouts.
70-30.
That's where my question is coming from. Do you think the Flores didn't have the faith in Tua to give him full autonomy?
No, but it's not. That's what I'm saying, Tony. It's not only about Tua though. It could be anybody. If I'm on the field and I'm Devontae Parker, and in that Jacksonville game there's 10 seconds or whatever the clock or whatever we want to say, I should be, as a player, like how many times have we watched a football game and our defense is on there and we see safeties? How many times did you see Bobby McCain jumping up and down calling timeouts?
Players all the way down to the special like when the smartest,
exactly. Good point,
the smartest play to me in football is when a player on, guys correct me or help me out with the play, it's on special teams and it's a kickoff or a punt and the player will put his foot out of bounds and then touch the ball. Like that to me is that is the smartest player on the field in my opinion.
Facts.
That's somebody who knows like to have the wherewithal to think of that in the moment and to help your team get in a better field. Like, come on. That's great.
Actually,
right.
But
That's
you know
players
that
making decisions on the field. Good point.
Absolutely.
You should say that, Steven, is I need to bring up something that Hurricanes fans don't want me to bring up, but I feel that Butch Davis basically he basically had a smart coaching decision, telling his players not to fake injuries, but to maybe run out the clock faster or extend the clock if they were winning games. Like remember the FIU game? You know the game I'm talking about?
No. But I do see who's
I know
on
what
the
the
bottom
point
of the
you're
screen.
what's up, Andrevius?
Andrevius.
How are you, Andrevius?
Listen, I was in a work meeting. I come back and y'all debating quarterbacks again. I can't. Jesus Christ! I know it's the off season. There's nothing to talk about. But God, I'm about to curse. Y'all don't get tired of this?
No.
It's a different take on it. It's a different take on it, on Andreas. It's not the
Let's talk
same
about
thing.
something else. What's better, Chicago or New York pizza? Who cares? Anything but that.
We all know it's Chicago pizza. Stop that nonsense.
New York all day, my guy. I would take a slice.
Pizza at my house.
There's no debating what's the best pizza on the planet. It's Chicago, hands down. Stop it.
I agree. I agree with Crypto. Is Chicago pizza.
This is a much more interesting conversation, by the way.
Pamela and the rest of the
well,
panel.
Andrevius, how do you feel?
Guys, Steven, I want to direct you guys on your own time since you can't show clips from YouTube on here. You say you'll get a strike. With regards to the Jacksonville game, we were talking about that earlier. I want you guys to go to the YouTube, the NFL YouTube. You know, they post all the highlights. So it's called Dolphins versus Jaguars Week 6 Highlights NFL 2021. Skip to 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Left in the game?
Third down. No, 3 minutes and 40 seconds in the video.
Into the game.
In the game, there's second quarter, 8 minutes left. It's 3rd and 2. Watch that play. I just need you all to watch that play. And it doesn't have to be now, but
you said the down and distance is 3rd and 2.
At some point. It's 3rd and 2, 8 minutes left in the second quarter. And of that highlight video, it's at 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
So let me just get this out right here. Let me ask you. So what is the point you're making with that particular play?
No point. I just want you guys to watch it. See what you think.
Okay, because I mean that's one play.
Yeah,
I don't know what the play is, but it's one play.
It's just one play.
In an entire 60-minute game.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
What's your favorite?
Right. No, she's right.
Water?
What's what?
What's your favorite brand of bottled water? That's a more interesting conversation than this.
Facts.
I don't buy bottled water. I have a well and a salt processor, and I have perfect water come out of my tap. So there you go.
place. You got a well.
Exactly. There
Not
you
many
go.
people have those these days. You know, I
I
do the
live out. I live out in the country. I live
I
out.
go
So
I go to Costco. I get the Kirkland. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
The Kirkland.
Well, I find the talk about the Dolphins much more interesting than the talk of
Travius, are
bottled
we doing it
water.
again? Remember we used to do the tea together.
So the bottled water thing, just so you know, I hate the idea of bottled water. You know, if you're at home, go get you a cup, get you a water filter, get a cup that you can rewash and not throw crap into the
Look at Pamela.
garbage
We're saving the environment
landfill.
this morning. We're saving
That's
the
right.
environment this morning.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're right, man. You are
This is the first time I've ever seen Dre with me on the panel. He usually pops off when I when I come on sometimes. I've never
See,
seen
now
him
you
with
done
me.
jinxed it, Tony. You done jinxed it. You done jinxed it now, Tony.
But
All right,
here it
all
is.
right,
Get a
all right.
screenshot.
I know, right? Screenshot. There needs to be video evidence. All right. Now, I have a question for y'all. This year coming up, what is it on McDaniel? I want to talk about McDaniel for a minute. What does he need to do besides the win-loss record? What do you want to see from him in order to be like, this is the guy? I feel like this is the guy.
I don't want to scratch my head at any of his calls in big moments and think, why the hell would you choose to do that in that situation? He can have maybe 2 or 3 of those, but more than that, I'm tripping.
And I also
Not a lot of
think
head scratchers.
that we don't want to see that, or a hat throw. We don't want to see that. But the thing I'm looking for is a coach that's gonna, you know, if the offensive coordinators are not calling proper plays, he needs to go over there and say, you know what, you
He's
need
the play
to.
caller on offense.
Yeah, he's going to be the play caller.
But on defense, your point stands. Sorry for
Yeah,
cutting you off.
that's okay. No, that's okay. So whenever, you know, play calls are not being done properly, you know, don't just let it keep going on. Go over there and make the adjustment now. This is a NFL pro team. You need to be NFL pro, making changes on the field. Now, don't wait till halftime. Go make changes now. I want to see like really good coaching from our coaches. I want to see them change it up when they have to.
Can you guys explain to me the difference between a coordinator and a play caller? Are they the same thing, or are they two different?
I think it depends on the team that you're on.
A coordinator can be the play caller.
Yeah,
play caller doesn't necessarily mean a
there are a
coordinator.
handful of offensive coordinators in the NFL that do not call the plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Let me explain it to him this way: the coordinator coordinates every aspect of whatever particular side of the ball, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. Every element of that side of the ball, and the play caller is just specific, is individualized, meaning he's only calling the plays.
Yeah.
So if you guys are saying that, doesn't that if McDaniel is like, I'm going to use Flores too. If those two guys are calling the plays for the defense, doesn't that show a lack of faith in their coordinator, that they're not trusting them to call the plays?
Well, McDaniel came in here for one reason and one reason only, and that was to call the plays. Like, that was his job coming in here.
No, but he's the head coach, so he has to be over top of everything.
He came in here for the offensive.
I don't mind a head coach.
He came in here for the offensive side of the ball. Trust.
There's a lot of really successful teams where the head coach is calling the plays, but they also.
Yeah.
I understand.
I think it boils down to how it goes.
McDaniel got the job because of his offensive play, his offensive skills.
Absolutely. Yes. But there's a lot of parts
that's not the argument.
He
got the job.
McDaniel got the job because the other two candidates said no. That's why McDaniel got the job. Let's be honest.
Sean Payton said no.
Yeah, Brian Daboll was supposed to have been the guy.
Brian Daboll said no. And McDaniel.
I don't know if
Dayball.
Dayball was ever offered the job officially. By the way, I don't know if he was ever
But
offered the job.
he was the leading candidate in everybody's mind, Stephen D, because of his relationship with Tua. Because of his relationship with Tua, everybody was trying to prime us to accept Brian Daboll as the guy.
Well, I was never accepting it, and nor did I want it. And I'm
just saying, but you know that in Dolphins world, in Dolphins media, and Dolphins social media
I wanted
ecosystem.
I wanted no parts of Brian Daboll at all. None.
Yeah, they was like, well, the relationship because of the ties.
I wanted Doug Peterson, to be honest.
I wanted Doug Peterson, Leslie Frazier. I would have been okay with.
No, I wouldn't have took Leslie, but Doug Peterson, I would have took. I would have definitely took
Sean
Doug.
Payton. But
I wanted the guy we had before as our offensive coordinator.
If we were going to get a first-time head coach,
Jim Caldwell
and Thomas Brown
or Caldwell,
those were my candidates.
McDaniel was the guy I wanted, and I'm glad
McDaniel was third on my list.
Yeah, no, but I can see where Pam is coming from. I would rather have the head coach, be the CEO instead. This is what happens with the Dolphins in general with coaching hires. We always hire the coach that could be dominant on one side of the ball.
So let me explain.
That's
what
the problem we get ourselves into, Tony.
Plenty of times, Tony. And Tony, let me expand on that thought. I said from the day we fired Flores, I said I wanted a former head coach, and I wanted that former head coach to be able to learn from his mistake the previous time and be able to bring an offensive guru and a defensive guru in.
Correct.
And all he has to do is just be the overseer of all. And so
that could have been Doug Peterson.
And that could have been Doug Peterson, Caldwell, whoever, right?
Caldwell was my number one candidate.
If you're looking at McDaniel as a whole, I understand the reason. McDaniel wasn't going to leave San Francisco to be the offensive coordinator for somewhere else. The only reason McDaniel was going to leave San Francisco was to be a head coach. And so we took that. And so I think part of the relationship with them was, okay, but we're keeping a core of the defensive staff here, and it's going to be. So again, I say to you, McDaniel inherited a defensive staff that he necessarily wasn't I don't know if he wasn't a big fan of or whatever. But the fact of the matter is he inherited it. If you want to be a head coach, fine. The defense stays as is, and you deal with the offense.
Let me play devil's advocate, Stephen, and answer the initial question. I think Pamela had asked it. I don't think it's an issue for a head coach to not. I don't think it means he doesn't trust his coordinator. I don't think it's a problem in any sense. I think it's a problem if he starts not doing well and doesn't make adjustments. I think that if this is the best formula, and he's calling plays and he's looking great, we were catching defenses off guard and everything is peaches and cream, then there's no issue to be had. But I think the issue would arise if it's not going well and he doesn't make an adjustment, or if it's not going well and the adjustment doesn't work either.
And for me,
that's the point.
For me, when I looked at the hiring process for the Dolphins in terms of the past 2 years, specifically with the head coaching position, for me, I would rather had a guy like a Harbaugh or the both Harbaugh brothers, who were special teams guys that had a hand in everything, instead of basically a guy who only did one side of the football. I would rather have a special teams guy who basically deals with every player on the roster, on the team and stuff like that. So I would rather have a special teams coach as a head coach, like the Harbaugh brothers, or
just so y'all know, who was the one
Danny
saying
Crossman.
that? Who was
that
saying
was Mike
House for once?
That's how Mike Tomlin got his job.
I said I wanted I said I either wanted a former head coach or a special teams coordinator. Y'all laughed at me
promoted
when
Danny
I said
Crossman.
No,
gone
I
in house for once.
Stephen. I just didn't want to be laughed at with you either.
That's fine. I'm telling, and I'll tell you, if this doesn't work, that's the direction they need to go. But with that being said, I think it's going to work. I do. I believe in McDaniel.
I believe in him too. But this is where I thought Flores made a mistake, because no doubt our defense was just killer. And then when you looked at the offense and we were, not getting anywhere, he needed to be over there to the OC going, OCs, going, hey, you got to change this up. You can't just stay in your lane when you're the head coach. All lanes are your lane. And that's
Pamela,
what we need from McDaniels.
Pamela, how was the offense when Chan Gailey was, in your opinion, when Chan Gailey was our offensive coordinator? How was the offense?
Trash.
It was trash.
No, it wasn't
Actually, I
trash.
thought it was
Or
It
better
was the
than
best we've
last
been
year.
in 20 years.
Yeah, I thought it was better. Yep.
Was
And
it trash with Tua, or was it trash with Fitz, or both?
I thought that it was better when we had him as an offensive coordinator.
Okay.
I don't know that. I mean, I know there were some bad play calls, don't get me wrong, but some of those plays that we look at and say bad play calls, if they had been executed, everybody would have said brilliant,
Facts.
So
Big facts,
You know,
Pamela.
execution of the plays is just as important than the play itself.
exactly. So that's as far as Chan Gailey goes.
Jay asked a question: how many, in general, in the NFL, how many coaches, how many head coaches are special teams guys? Though, it's like in
So
general.
that was Gase, right? Wasn't
he was
Gase
an
the
offensive
special teams?
Gase was our offensive coordinator.
Yeah, Gates was brought in to be the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
But I also think he was a special teams guy, right?
No,
Probably back in the past, probably historically, yes.
Because I think that's what he took control of a lot of the special teams calls. Unless I got it mixed up with somebody else, but I don't think so. I think it was Gates.
No, you're thinking of Sperano. Sperano was he started. Sperano was the one that started as a special teams guy before he became a defensive coordinator. That was
and
Sperano.
I actually think he was a great coach. I don't know.
Yeah,
my opinion.
And eventually, you know what's going to happen too. Eventually, for me, in terms of the coaching in general in the NFL, I'm predicting a lot more. You're going to see a lot more college coaches starting to filter in, like former head coaches in college starting to filter into like Cliff Kingsbury. With him being successful, I can see.
I have to admit, I was very surprised he got a head coaching job.
No,
I was very surprised.
I understand what you're saying, but guys like Lincoln Riley might want to come into the NFL, and
those guys will never come to the NFL. Tony, like guys like that, because there's so much money to be made in college. Lincoln
Riley, I could see
you
Lincoln
get
Riley
full control. You get full control in college. Much more control over the roster and how things operate than in the pros.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? I'll say this. I think the NIL deals are changing the landscape of college football, and I think that a college coach that loved college for what it was doesn't have as much control anymore. So I will have to disagree with you guys. I think it's more likely that you see these college coaches make that step to the NFL now, because essentially the NIL deals make it look like it's a professional league down in college.
You lose control with the NIL, Steven, you're right, but you still get more control in terms of recruiting and stuff like that.
I mean, I hear you,
overall,
but
overall, you still have a little bit more control.
And to that point, when you're at an Oklahoma or a USC for Lincoln Riley, you could be there for 15, 20 years. In the NFL, it's a win for me now league. In 2 years, you're out of that job. That's the difference.
The NFL is not for long. The NFL,
exactly. I if I'm Lincoln Riley,
unless your name's Marvin Lewis.
Well, but Lincoln Riley, the only reason he's not at Oklahoma is not because they fired him or they didn't want him. It's because he got offered more money at USC. Like he could have been at Oklahoma for 20 years. He could be at USC for 20 years.
Weather.
Exactly.
Well, I agree with that, but I can tell you, USC is going to be a not for long either, because they've been losing so long.
Look
how many coaches they've been through.
Now that they start winning, though.
But that's the point. That's the point.
And the two guys who are complaining the most about the NIL are Saban and Dabo Sweeney, because they can't get away with the stuff they got away with before.
With the existing rules, they were already on top.
Yeah, they've been playing players underneath the table their whole careers. Now that's out in the open, they're pissed off about it. Is what it is. That's what the NIL is doing.
Yeah, those are two little king wannabes. So that's why they want their kingdom run the way they want. So now they have to run their kingdom like everybody else. I mean, you can't take away their winning record and that they're brilliant coaches, but yeah, they want to run things as a kingdom.
They're already dominant in the current landscape, so they have no reason to want to change anything.
Did you
Because it's bringing other teams up.
By chance, did you guys ever watch the Football Life with Saban and Belichick? And Belichick actually said this out of his mouth that Saban is the greatest football coach of all time, over Shula. Like, what are you
just bitter against Miami? No,
yeah. He's a hater. He's a hater like Pete.
Exactly.
He's a hater like Pete.
Man, I don't know why you guys be hating on my quarterback. That's y'all daddy. Tua is y'all daddy. I hope y'all know it.
No,
he's eating you guys while y'all sleep, man. Y'all can't stop thinking about Tua for a week. It's the off season. Let my guy breathe.
Pete, I'm not gonna lie to you, Pete. When I was sleeping last night, I did dream about Tua, but I started dreaming about you first. That's how the Tua got in my mind. I started dreaming about you, Pete, and then Tua popped up.
That's too much information, Louis. That's too much.
That's a good one.
That's a good
that
one.
was a good one, Louis. Fellas, I got a question. Because this is running in my head for some weird reason. Right? I honestly believe the Miami Dolphins are tanking for a quarterback next year. But look, no. But this is the reason why, right?
Because you're gonna get kicked off real quick.
I know. This is why I gotta let this out quick, Steven. Let me let it out quick.
Let him say it quick.
What happens if Mike McDaniels goes 7-9?
Good point.
He's fired.
It's only 1 year in. 1 year in. What happens if Mike McDaniel goes 7-9? His first season.
Good points. Good point, Pete.
Well, it would be 7-10 or
True, Pam. 7-10. I always forget that. Yeah, true. 8-9, 7-10, and we're like 3 games away from a playoff spot. Like we never even had a shot. We weren't even in the wild card conversations.
It's an interesting thought. But I think it depends on what it looks like. Are they going to give him at least 2 years? I don't know.
Stephen Ross, man, I don't know, man. He's getting a little anxious, man. He might not be as patient, so he might pull the string and say, "Hey, we got to move on."
Yeah, Stephen Ross is getting nervous. He's going to become like Dan Snyder, the NFL taking away their franchise.
I don't think McDaniel gets a pass, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's not, in my opinion, he's not acting like a first-year head coach. I mean, he has that swagger that everybody likes, which I like. I like when he comes out and he seems like he's not scared of nothing. Like he's ready to take the bull by the horns. And so, but in that same energy, like you better be ready to take the bull by the horns. You know what I'm saying? Like don't expect me now in the season. We're having a bad season and it's the excuse. Oh no, he's the first time. Well, no. Where's that swagger at? Where's that offensive genius that I've been hearing about? Where it can't be 7-9, especially if Tyreek Hill plays a whole season. If Terron Armstead gives us 15 out of the 17 games. If Tua stays healthy and we're 7-9, 8-10, like Pete makes a great point. I don't think I want McDaniel fired. That's not what I'm saying. But again, Flores won 10 games and 9 games, whether we like them or not. Those are the facts.
With inferior rosters.
With inferior
much inferior roster.
Right. So no. We got to keep that same energy with McDaniel.
I think that what we're going to see
that's what
with
Stephen Ross is going to
McDaniel.
put into his calculus.
I think what we're going to see with McDaniel and the other coaches that he has hired, like I've mentioned several times, Wes Welker, Sam Madison. I think what we're going to see is
Pamela, can I play devil's advocate for you? Can I bring up this is a theory, okay?
Okay.
I have a theory that Wes Welker, Sam Madison, and Patrick Surtain were hired to appease the fans.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about that too. Yep.
Talk to him, Steven.
Steven,
I'm
what did I
just-
say? What did I
Yeah, that
say?
was
That
just
I
Sam
love them.
Madison autographed jersey.
I love all those guys. I love them. I also think all those guys are more than capable coaches and where they're at.
Agreed.
And I think
Agreed.
they're
See,
great for where
that's
they're
the
at.
point.
But
So even if they were hired to
I'm not putting
appease,
it past that they were hired to coddle the fan base. I'm just
and
throwing that out there.
and what if they were?
Yes.
But does it keep them from being a big factor for us? I don't
If we
think
win,
so.
I have no problem with it. But if we lose, I'm telling you, I have a
That
very
would be a
big
PR nightmare.
Those guys are winners, and they are football players with recent football experience, and I believe that they bring some of that veteran presence that we need with such a young team.
Yes.
Look, that's a good point, Pam. But Steven, in my opinion, it was a way to coddle the fan base, and in another way, it was like, let me show respect to these guys because they've been pursuing coaching for a while. Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison, and they've been down here for a long time. And out of respect, they've probably been trying to get here, never had the opportunity, while they're looking at cracked out coaches get hired as first time head coaches. Why not them?
I promise you on everything. Okay, this is how I really feel about it. If we fail this year, just want to throw that out there, if we fail this year, McDaniel gets let go, and Madison, Surtain, and Wes Welker are all kept, all right, it was to appease the fan base. Nothing more than that. I promise.
Let me tell you, what did I say about that Sam Mert? And shout out to Batman. He won the Sam Madison autograph. But guess what? That guy might be our next interim head coach.
Yeah,
Something inside is telling me. Something inside is telling me McDaniel is not going to take the pressure of losing. When everything in that locker room fires back, he doesn't seem like the guy that's going to take it right in the face like Tua. He's going to have to respond. They're going to run him out of Miami. That 0-5 start is going to be disastrous for us. How is he going to sit here and tell us
0-5 start? Oof.
Oh, yeah. I know it's hard to. I know, but you got to think about some of the teams we're playing. They have had their coaching in place. They haven't. This is the same teams we're playing. Patriots, same coach. Bills, same coach. Like that's automatic 0-2. We can't compete with a brand new roster and trying to prove to these guys. Man, I'm surprised you guys are letting me run off with this, and I haven't even got kicked off, Steven.
We totally can compete with those guys. And I not only think that, I am pretty sure we are going to compete with them. One of the things that McDaniel brings to the table is the fact that he works towards the players' strengths rather than trying to force players into a pinhole of his scheme. And that is when you get the best out of your players and you know who they are and what they are, that is, a win right there.
I agree. You always got to play to the player's strength. I agree with that, Pam. I
just want to state for the record. I think that at the end of the day, if you're looking at it, I think that the Dolphins with Welker, with Surtain and Madison, I think all of them are going to be fine with this coaching staff. I question in the back of my mind, there is that slight, like, was this to coddle the fan base? And why all three? It wasn't just one. It was three of them.
Because
it's put them in there as a group and make sure it's a group thing and make sure all of these guys are working for this together.
I hope so.
Well,
It's 12 o'clock.
As a young team, one of the things we were missing was veteran presence. So we have addressed that in the off-season pickup and with the coaching staff. I feel like that was something we were missing, and we've addressed it.
I really like what you said, Pam, about McDaniel doing what players are best at, using their strength, because I totally honestly believe we weren't doing that last year. It felt like we were trying to play from the defense strength of what we were facing offensively. So, for example, oh, this team has good cornerbacks. We were going to run it. Oh, this team doesn't have linebackers. So we were going to try to run it. You get what I'm saying? Like, we didn't really try to use our best players and put them in position to try to get to that next level. We didn't use it like that. And I can sit here and say I do like that about McDaniel, because it does feel like he's going to get our best players the ball the majority of the time. And that I do like.
I also think the other thing that a lot of coaches for the Dolphins have not utilized and need to utilize far more is the heat factor. When you're playing those first, 3 months in Miami, that is one hard place to play. And it is hard for other teams to prepare for that kind of conditioning. And with the thought that Miami is bringing in, people to address that, what we have to do is run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, make those defenses just absolutely exhausted, and then they're a non-factor, and we're just going up and down the field.
You're not wrong.
You guys want to hear something? So this is the reason why there's a chance Tua has a successful season here in Miami. The most important thing is a lot of people think, oh, Mike McDaniel was calling plays, he's great. No, that's not, in my opinion, and based on from what I seen and heard from 49ers reporters, it was Cal Shanahan. But what Mike McDaniel was doing was actually one of the most important things in football. He was preparing the game as a game planner. And we all know Tua, with a scripted game, played some of the cleanest football there was. Opening drives were looking smooth. We moved down the field, and that alone is what they're banking on. So if McDaniels can game plan and put the whole game in his plan, at least until the third quarter, think about how better this team is going to be with Tua, with a scripted plan all the way entering even after halftime.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing to see if it succeeds, if everything falls in our plate the way it needs to be. A lot of it, unfortunately, is under McDaniel's shoulders and, ironically, Tua's arm, but that's where it's going to take. I don't believe, not for 1 second, this team is going to be a run-first team. There is absolutely no way we're going to run the ball more than we pass the ball. That's not going to happen.
That's what I've been telling everybody.
I think we have
from
to
day
have
one.
the ability, though. We have to have the ability. It needs to be a threat. It
no
has
question,
to be a
Pam.
threat.
But what Pete was saying, like I've been saying, hence 60-40, that's the minimum percentage that we're going to be passing the ball, 60-40 ratio. That's
I agree
the
with that
formula
ratio.
Look at our wide
and let me tell you what the most important, especially if we play above the rim, basically what I'm saying is we get ball first, we go down and score, we stop them 3 and out. We're not going to come out playing that slow clock ball, trying to run the ball and play safe. That's what Lovie Smith, that's what Brian Flores, these defensive-minded coaches do. They play safe ball. That's not what McDaniel's going to have you lost. Oh, they're going to run the ball. No, play action, boom, right down the middle. Easy.
Well,
and that was a scripted play, staying above the rim and letting the defense think you're going to run. Even when you're up, you're still passing the ball, eating them alive.
Well, and that
putting
is
pressure
like
on the defense constantly.
That's how we're going to run the show here. And that's how it's going to be successful.
It's the kitchen sink offense. You have to be prepared to do it at any time, anything. Don't be predictable. Get out there and mix it up. And the thing is I felt like we were so predictable so many times. And, running the same play down on the goal line, 3 or 4 times. I mean, come on. You just change it up a little bit.
It was a little too vanilla.
Very much. And that playing it safe thing, why? What do we have to lose other than the game? Don't play it safe. Go for it.
That's exactly what I was saying Tua's rookie year. Stop playing it safe. Let that guy hit the field and take the punches early, and let's go. Let's see progress. Let's see what it is from year 1 to year 2. Let's do it. But they wanted to coddle it.
This
now he has less game experience.
0-5 prediction. So with 0-5, so we're saying we're going to lose to the Jets.
Yes, that's going to be our first loss of the season in my prediction.
You mean
Pam,
like a
you're
total upset
0-4.
letdown?
Pam, you're
Right.
0-4. Listen to this, Pam.
We're 4-1.
We start 0-4. That locker room is a disaster. You think there's any motivation to try to even play the Jets hard at that point? It's tank season. We're gonna go
Batman!
Yeah, look
How's
at
it going,
Hey,
guys?
Batman.
Batman.
How's
What's
everybody
up,
doing?
Batman? What's happening
Batman,
with
you
you,
know you
Batman?
won the jersey today. You won the
I
Sam
did.
Madison
I
jersey.
appreciate it. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it a lot.
problem.
Yeah. Had Alexander and Ron Joe
It's
text me.
rigged, Stephen D. That's unacceptable. It's
Hey,
rigged.
I heard you're gonna be
Rigged.
giving it away.
That is rigged.
Batman,
That is
Batman, I
rigged.
heard you're gonna be doing a giveaway with that same jersey on your show.
I've been trying to get a Sam Madison jersey for the longest.
Oh man, I've tried.
That's
I tried, Batman. I wanted that jersey.
So Batman has
Congrats,
the day
Batman.
off because the mail is not being delivered.
Nope,
Same
not
here.
today.
Mhm.
Happy Father's Day to everybody belated. Stephen, everyone else, happy Father's Day. It's been a rough week. I couldn't even do a show on Saturday. I just been under the weather since I got home from
Dude,
work.
I've been under the weather like all weekend, bro. Just yeah.
Mm.
I'm here wearing a
Hope
sweater
y'all
in
feel
Miami.
better.
Look at this. I'm wearing a
Oh
sweater in
my
Miami.
Lord.
I'm trying to sweat it out.
Times is tough. Times is tough, son.
Sweater in Miami. Whew.
It's like 80 something degrees right now. Let me see.
Yeah, it's hot.
You ain't got to look it up. It's hot. We know it's hot.
It's hot. We
Batman,
know
you're
it's
gonna have to
87.
hang that
87.
jersey right behind you, buddy, because Sam
I will.
Madison, chances are he's gonna be our next head coach.
So
And every time
let me
somebody
go-
asks you about it, you just
Sam
be like,
Madison?
"Oh man, Miami
Yeah,
sports music."
Sam
Stephen
Madison,
D.
yeah.
100%, Steven. No,
That guy's
but
awesome.
Pete is not. See, look, I'm gonna say Pete is crazy, but there is some level of trust that the fan base has on Madison and the team. I'm not saying head coach, but if someone doesn't do their job, he will be taking that job. That's all I can say. Not head coach.
You think Sam Madison will be the interim head coach if McDaniel gets fired?
That's not what I'm saying. What I said was Boyer has to watch out for his job.
Oh, and Sam Madison's gonna be the new DC?
Mm-hmm.
Sam
Well,
Madison
y'all
has a bigger
some wild.
position than Boyer
Y'all
right
wild
now.
on some
This is
things.
this is not a take. This is not a take. This is what I've been told by a few people. Boyer has everything to prove this season. He has the entire season. But he has to prove it to us because he has all his defensive guys back.
What have I been saying? What have I been saying this whole time?
He has all his guys back, so he needs to perform. Like Lewis and Von Joe have been on point. You know what scares me the most? It's not the fact that we want the offense to click, it's the defense to remain intact.
Facts.
Batman,
You want me to tell you something?
Batman, are your sauces telling you that if Boyer doesn't succeed, it's going to be Madison's job?
That's not what I said. I can't say that.
It sounds like what you were saying.
I can't.
No, what he's saying is Sam Madison is there to put that pressure on Boyer so Boyer could get it together. Now, let me tell you guys something, because this is what has been concerning me on the defensive part. And I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, I look at things big way. Melvin Ingram, we signed that guy. Does that not bring any concerns on Jalen Phillips?
No.
At all?
We need depth.
I mean, they were on the same position.
Yeah.
He came over to Miami to retire anyway. That guy ain't playing. Where else are you gonna Pete, where else
Do you know how many golf courses are out here?
Thank
oh
you, Pete.
My God.
Thank you, Pete. Pete, it was
he needs to do is ask Tua where the golf courses are. He knows.
Hey, Pete, don't worry about it. When I forgot the day we signed them, but me and Batman were on the stream, and I think Batman went to dinner with him. It was Batman, Marvin Ingram, and the retirement folks home. They were all eating dinner that same night. I think Batman remembers that. How was the food, Batman? Was it good, Batman?
It wasn't that good.
Oh, see? Batman remembers.
Listen, we need depth. At this point, going from this season, we want our starters to pan out, right? That's what we want.
Yeah, but Batman, Jalen Phillips shouldn't be depth. This guy was a first-round draft pick. Melvin Ingram
Jalen Phillips is
put him on
starting.
the bench.
Yeah,
Phillips is starting.
Melvin Ingram will be the depth.
Yeah, like did you see the breakout players for likely breakout players for the NFL? Phillips is in there. He's in there, along with Javon Holland. to
No,
us, they
based
broke
on
out
their
already.
abilities, they should be in there. But what I'm saying is Melvin Ingram. Why did we like? I understand depth, but we can't have Phillips on the bench. We need to have that guy on the field every first, second, third down. Melvin
I
Ingram
agree
is
with
going to
that.
probably put that guy on the bench for a lot of the time.
Who
And the
said
Saints
something about
tailgate.
putting him on the bench?
Yeah, and I never said anything about putting Jalen Phillips on the bench. I said that
That's crazy.
No,
Melvin
that's
Ingram
what
provides depth. He
they
provides
play
depth.
the
Like
same position, is what I'm saying.
I understand that, but people imagine. Okay, let's understand this. It's third and long. The Dolphins have Phillips out there. They have Emmanuel Agba. They have Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis, and then you put in a Melvin Ingram to go after that quarterback, especially that Josh Allen that he likes to maneuver his way. And listen, Josh Allen was getting frustrated last year by Melvin Ingram on a pass situations. That would be killer for us. That would be killer for us.
Batman. But in that situation, and again, I'm just asking you. But in that situation, so you're taking Van Ginkel off the field
Over Melvin Ingram? Yes.
I'm
For that
not taking
situation,
You
yes.
see, that's the problem.
Yeah,
Van
I don't
Ginkel's
know,
gonna.
man.
Van Ginkel has a higher ceiling. But we're talking about this is a for sure
higher
thing. Melvin Ingram's
ceiling,
gonna get to
higher
the quarterback.
mortar. That guy harasses, he pressures everything.
Ain't Van Ginkel? Ain't this a contract year
Contract.
for Van Ginkel as well?
Yes.
Just see that I just think him being young and you agreeing that he has a better upside. I think Van Ginkel should be one of those outbreak players. In my opinion, I could see Van Ginkel. I mean, when he's out there, man, he's very productive, especially on a third down, just basically one job. I'm not saying in pass coverage or nothing, but you tell Van Ginkel to come off that edge with a good blitz, man, I could see Van Ginkel getting anywhere between 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 sacks even.
But
And even if you don't hear his name being called, what it is that they're going to the other side because he's full on doing his job.
Another guy we have to look
point,
out for
though,
is Duke
considering
Riley.
it's a contract year for Van Ginkel, would that not make more sense to have Melvin Ingram sparing him a little bit? I know it might sound a little off, but it does happen in the NFL. You want to suppress guys' numbers a bit so we can keep them on a bit of a cheaper deal. You know what I mean? Have a guy play some depth in his space while he's in a contract year.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I personally like Van Ginkel. I do like Van Ginkel. We've been hearing a lot of things in trade. Again, it's camp. It's camp. Duke Riley is outperforming a lot of these linebackers out there. It's camp. I understand it's camp. We'll see in the preseason. We'll see how it leads to. But we got a lot of linebackers. Besides receivers and running backs, that's the room that we need to see who gets cut, because we're not saying they're number ones. They're not number ones, but we got a lot of number 3s and 4s that could step up. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
Looking at some of these comments. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's Jay's beef with you, Batman?
The beef with me, because I came out with so I have 2 sources, one in the building, one that's obviously we all know.
Sauces. You have sauces.
And about 3 months ago, I got a text message. It was like probably 12 o'clock at night. I was doing a show. I got the thumbs up to say what I had to say, which was J.C. Treader, Deebo Samuel, and Honey Badger all potentially coming to the Dolphins, and all we were going to give up was Parker, Eric Rowe, and I believe it was like 2 first-rounders and 2 seconds or something like that. Obviously, the trade was a domino effect that something had to happen before that. The Dolphins have been in talks with Deebo for a long time, whether we like it or not. They've been in talks even after Tyreek, even way after Tyreek. So even, things were discussed, contracts were discussed, after the trade, if it would have happened. I heard the numbers. They're pretty good. It's nothing for us as a fan base to go crazy about. He's not going to break the bank. Now, the issue is that stuff hasn't fallen into place. Honey Badger signed it with the Saints. J.C. Treader is still available. We've been hearing rumors lately about Eric Rowe possibly being dealt, possibly being cut. Parker already's gone. So a lot of the stuff has fallen in, but return for us, we have not heard anything. Now, granted, I've been hearing stuff with Jerome Baker that I don't like. I mentioned it on our show.
Yeah.
Obviously he's having a lot of issues outside the field, in the Twitter world and his Instagram or whatever. He's putting posts that are encryptic and he's deleting them. That's not something the Dolphins like. That's not something the Miami Dolphins like. I heard a rumor. I hope it's not true. I heard a rumor him possibly going to Pittsburgh for a second-round pick. Doesn't make any sense. He has a signing on July 10th. I'm going to be there. He has a signing down here at Sinbad Sports. He's supposed to be there. So, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's
Right.
a lot of the issues that like people are going to say, hey, you know, if we listen to Batman's takes or whatever, we would have this Super Bowl roster. Listen, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like, rumors are rumors. That's why they're rumors, right?
Right. And I just want to say that I like your takes. I know you know a lot about football, especially about Miami Dolphin football. So I thumbs down anybody who says different. I'm putting my eggs in that basket.
What were the other topics that you guys discussed this morning?
Oh, it's the usual Tua versus Lamar.
And bottled water.
Bottled
coaching.
water.
Yeah.
And Chicago pizza versus New York pizza.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
What do you
we have a place down here in Miami. It's called Manhattan Chicago. It's funny. That's what it's called. Manhattan Chicago Pizza. So they have both. And they're both really good. The New York style and the Chicago style is really
They
good.
don't know what they are.
They're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I love pizza. I can't lie. I love pizza. I grew up on pizza my whole childhood. Now it's hard to stay away when you're an adult.
Oh yeah. I make good pizza. Just saying. I'm Florida girl.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh.
And did anyone end up going and watching that clip I suggested from Dolphins Jags?
No, we haven't.
No, I haven't
Not yet.
Highly,
put it on
highly
Twitter?
recommend it.
You put it on
I'm
Twitter?
going to
I'm
go.
not even on
I'm
Twitter
gonna
like that.
definitely going Triple F. I'm gonna watch it.
All right, guys, let's
Second
do.
quarter, 8 minutes
I'm
left.
gonna do final thoughts of the day because I got other stuff to do this afternoon. I just can't be with y'all all day, all morning. It's afternoon now at this point. Wait, Pete's back. Pete might want to extend something. What's up, Pete?
Hey, what's going on? I'm back real quick because I'm glad Batman, based on your sources, we were after Treader and Kareem Hunt. Maybe that could still be a possibility.
Kareem Hunt, yes. Supposedly Cleveland reached out to us about if we wanted Kareem Hunt. They wanted, I think, a third rounder. That's what they wanted. They called us to see if we wanted to do that. And then lately, I said it the other day on Steven's show, Josh Jacobs possibility could be an option for Miami. You got take it with a grain of salt. Those are two running backs. This is the latest thing I've heard. Those two running backs. It doesn't make sense. We have three running backs already, and Josh Jacobs is on a 1-year deal. Kareem is on a 1-year deal as well. So you're gonna have all these receivers on a 1-year deal. Doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit of something about Josh Jacobs. They're gonna run that guy to the ground in Oakland, and they're giving him a last season, so he ain't going anywhere for sure. I don't know anything about Kareem Hunt, but one thing I do know is the sources have been after J.C. Treader, Kareem Hunt. It's been a lot, right? But I think your sources are going to end up being wrong. There's a chance maybe they're using that as like to throw away the fan base and confuse us all, because my gas station guy, I'm telling you, he was on quarterback and Baker Mayfield before the draft. It's been very, very, very quiet. And when you hear reports, all you basically hear is this. It's the Seahawks, and then the Panthers are giving them an option, and other teams. Nobody's never talking about those other teams. And this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. It's not going to shock me if Baker finds his way here to Miami soon. Because I think it's still in play. I think it is still in play. I honestly still think it is. I'm not letting the Skylar Thompson
Pete's gas station attendant.
I'm not letting the Skylar retract me from that. Now, it's been very quiet, but I got to be honest. I feel like it's quiet for a reason.
Pete,
and then I keep hearing.
Stop lying. They're not talking about that at the gas station. They talking about how gas is $10 a gallon. That's all they talking about at the
I'll
gas
tell you
station.
what, my gas station source, he ends up telling me, Steven, Lamar Jackson in Miami, a possibility is 0. That he already has a deal in place in the Baltimore. They're just trying to up and move those numbers around. That's all I'm telling you. So I'm trying to let you Lamar Jackson wanners here know He is going to be a Baltimore Raven for a very long time.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Nah.
And Steven, you're up there, right? We're not going to sit here and debate whether Lamar is better than Tua. We know Lamar right now, at least right now, he's a top 10 quarterback. And this is coming from the biggest Tua-neer you're ever meeting in your life, okay? Yes. We're not going to sit here and discuss that. That's ridiculous. Can Tua be there? Maybe. He has the potential, and especially this season with the weapons. Now, my question, Steven, from what you've heard in Baltimore, in the Baltimore area, how realistic of a chance is the franchise going to get rid or even ponder the idea of getting rid of a quarterback that's a top 10 quarterback, has been an MVP, and on top of that, he's young? Like, if they get rid of him, what does that say to the fan base?
Hey, concrete.
Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened.
Hey, and can I answer that? Can I?
Go ahead, Luis.
Batman, listen. At the end of the day, what that comment right there, like, what would Baltimore look like? And Baltimore don't want to let it. But if Lamar doesn't want to be there, it don't matter. Listen, the point of the matter is there's a contract that's on the table. We all know it. It's been there for a while, and he hasn't signed it. The rumors are it's kind of like the Deshaun Watson. We're starting to hear that Miami is the destination. He's from South Florida and stuff like it. No one's passing up money, especially in the time of age that we live in now. If Baltimore's anything offering Lamar anything, 35 to 40 to $45 million, why wouldn't he sign it? There's only one reason, because he doesn't want to be there. It doesn't matter if Baltimore doesn't want to let him go. It doesn't matter to what the fans even want. Like, I want Lamar, but that doesn't mean we're going to get him. The point is, it's all on Lamar. And I don't know, man. Again, or everybody works up here. If someone's
what is
offering
that?
me,
Luis, is that you?
No, that's not me.
That's me. My bad.
Okay. Putting the dishes.
You know, dishes, man. Got to do the dishes.
I got you, Triple S. I was like, what is that?
Got to keep the girlfriend happy, you know.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, if someone's throwing you $40-some million a year and you're just not willing to take it, especially in the kind of a game that we played that's dangerous, that your career could be ended on any play, there has to be a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying what you're wrong is, Batman, because I agree. Baltimore would be stupid to let him go. But at the end of the day, it's Lamar's choice.
They're not going to let him go. They still have full control. People act like this is Lamar Jackson's last year and he can go somewhere next year. They're going to franchise tag that guy. They can franchise tag guy
but
for
he
2
doesn't have
more
to sign
years.
a franchise tag, Pete.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And he doesn't. And if he doesn't sign it, he doesn't play. He doesn't make no money. Is that what Is he gonna go the Le'Veon Bell route? Really?
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't he? We've already seen it. Le'Veon Bell did it. Why wouldn't he do it? That puts pressure on the organization. That puts pressure on an organization, though, Pete.
No, that makes you look like a player that is not. They're gonna look at you like, I can't even sign this guy. I can't sign this guy. He's gonna quit on me. He's not gonna play if he's not happy. He's doing this for money. How about if I don't get the receiver he wants? How about if I don't get the running back he wants?
Well, he's got the receiver.
So now he's going to go against me. He's going to go against me.
I heard something about Baltimore, that they're monitoring the situation in Washington where Scary Terry Markler, if that contract becomes an issue as far as them re-signing him back, there's a possibility he might get traded to Baltimore. You know, there's a possibility.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's do final thoughts of the day, man. I first of all, before I do
final thoughts, didn't you just sign on?
See, I've been up here for almost 3 hours today, sir. Want to remind you guys the Baltimore beatdown week 2. If you guys want tickets to that, I just threw it up in the link. I have tickets to the game. I have all you can drink, all you can eat tailgate, all that stuff. So make sure you guys check out that. I would love to see y'all there. Cool. Want to remind you all, Tail Greeter, sponsor of the show. Big shout out to them. That's where all the links are for that. And shout out to ZSM Sports, who is our sponsor, and that is where the jersey is coming from today, Batman, that you won, as well as Flipside Fishing also won a Christian Wilkins 8x11. So shout out to Flipside for winning that. All right, we'll do final thoughts of the day. Why we're doing it, if you guys want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, hey, do that. I don't care if it's $1. It goes such a long way. If you guys want to get your final thoughts in your super chat, I'll post your final thought in your super chat. All right, we'll start with Luis.
My
Talk
final
Baker
thought.
Mayfield, Luis.
No, my final thought has nothing to do with football, has nothing to do with Baker or the Dolphins. I just want everybody on this panel and everybody listening to realize that my Lightning have lost games except to the Florida Panthers, which we swept. But in every series we've been down. Not to get worried. We're coming home. Boat parade still on, and let's do the chant with me. Let's go Lightning. Y'all boys beat.
Boo!
I love y'all boys, man. Pamela is
Hold
always a
on,
pleasure,
Luis.
Pam.
Hold on,
Always a
Luis. Are
pleasure,
you
Pam.
telling me the Tampa Bay Lightnings are winning?
No, they're losing. They're down 2 games to none.
Pete, what I need you to do when we have the boat parade, I already got Batman an invitation. I need you to ride with Batman over here. Y'all gonna be my 2 honorary guests. Boat parade is still on, Pete. Yes, it's still on.
Man,
Don't worry.
Tampa's making Miami look like they can't do nothing right. The hockey team, the football team. I'm pretty sure their baseball team. Oh my God, I'm going to Tampa.
Hey, I welcome you, Pete. You're good, Pete.
I know they'll love that.
Luis, you might as well stay on with your boy Pete because I'm gonna send
everybody's like, yes, Pete's out of here.
Pete, final thought of the day because I'm sending you and Luis packing together after this.
I'm gonna wait for you, Pete. I'm gonna wait for you.
10-4. But listen, man, my final thoughts of the day is, man, Baker Mayfield is a 1-year rental, right? Hear me out. Because he was compared to Drew Brees. And people just want to dog him. And he's had some really good game.
Y'all
and
can
he
pay
has
the 10-minute timeout, which gets off Pete for the rest of the day. Just so you
listen,
know.
I don't understand why people don't see him Baker Mayfield. It's not that he's an elite quarterback. People got to take into consideration he's going to be available right now. So before I go, what's going to happen if Baker Mayfield's agent calls up the Dolphins, just like you said, Batman? Oh, we got the phone call for Kareem Hunt. That's fine. We're going to get the phone call for Baker Mayfield. What is going to happen? What do you think Greer and this regime who wanted Baker Mayfield in 2018, let's not forget this, Greer wanted this guy in 2018, and there was so much pressure that the Cleveland Browns dogged us. Just like they dogged us with this Deshaun Watson stuff, they dogged us and snatched Baker Mayfield, who that was the wrong pick, but they did it because of us. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the world, but this year with this team, if we could get Baker for free in free agency, I promise you guys, he is a better quarterback than Tua, and we can go further this year than him with Tua. I'm just saying. So it'll be a dream come true. And just having that quarterback competition right there, dude, there's nothing better than that right now.
After I saw
NFL.
Baker have all those weapons in Cleveland, and he,
bro, what did you see? I hurt Baker Mayfield who got hurt. Look, hey, Batman, let me tell you something. Oh, you don't want to see it? You guess what? When Tua got hurt and his finger got jammed, you didn't see him either. Baker Mayfield played with a torn labrum, broken shoulder, half of his body twisted and broken, and he still gave it to his team, okay?
That guy ruined
never forget
Beckham's
that.
career and Juice Landry's career. He ruined both of their careers.
Okay, never forget that.
Hey, Steven, I can't believe...
Hey, Pete, this is for you, Pete.
CJ Stroud is our quarterback next year, buddy. We're tanking for CJ.
Idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point
tanking for CJ.
In your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
One of the best movies ever.
Yeah. Pete, I had to do it, bro. I had to. You gave your final thought. I appreciate that, Pete. Whatever that was.
Can I go next?
Pete. Yes, please do.
God bless you, Steven. Appreciate giving us the opportunity and me being lucky enough to win. I appreciate it. Appreciate Miami Sports Music. Make sure everybody hits that like and subscribe button. Let YouTube know we had a great show this morning on a Monday. I hope everybody has a blessed day. And continue to spread kindness, man. Listen, a lot of people are going through tough things. Happy belated Father's Day to everybody out there. And I might go on a little later today. I'm gonna see if I could run a little bit with this sweater. See if I could, take some of this negative energy I have on top of me feeling ill. And but I might go on like around 1:00. So if anybody wants to tune in, it'll be cool.
Thanks, Batman. See you later.
Batman. Be good, bro. Andrevius, final thought of the day, Andrevius.
I hate you all except for Pam. You're good with me, Pam. Everybody else, I hate. Like, Jesus, these conversations are exhausting. We're talking about Baker Mayfield right now. Like, that's what we're doing.
I gave
about Baker Mayfield.
I gave Pete this is the most award come on. I kicked him off, kind of. I mean, I let him say what he had to say.
Gotta give the man his moment. Gotta give him his moment, even though it's a crazy moment.
You could have ended it. You could have ended
this. The NBA finals are over, so there's no sports to talk about. I kind of get it. But
no, we could talk about my beloved Cubs. Stop it.
No, nobody wants to talk about
and baseball. Bottled water.
And bottled water, I guess.
Baseball, let's be honest. ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, doesn't even talk about baseball.
That's true. That's so true. 100%.
That's because it's been rigged.
Yeah. With that being said, I hate you all. You're all crazy, and bye.
Bye, Andrevius.
Pamela, final thought of the day.
Okay, so my final thought of the day hopefully is somewhere in the middle between really crazy and off the deep end. I don't know. So the world is not flat. If you think that it is, go ahead and drive or boat as far as you can. And when you fall off, give us a call. That's just a joke. But I believe in this season for the Dolphins. I think the things that we have done off season are being overlooked and underrated. And I see the Dolphins as going to the playoffs. So playoffs. I love you guys. Thanks, Steven, so much for the opportunity.
Love
you, Pam. Have a good one.
Love you guys back.
We'll see you later on tonight if you're on.
Yep, on the flip side.
Yeah.
All right, Crypto, final thought of the day, Crypto.
Yeah, I like the comment. Level 2 Noob. Shout out to Level 2 Noob. But he just went to the world's greatest baseball stadium in Wrigley. He said he just goes watch him take one from the Braves. Shout out. That's a good one. Wrigley is the best ballpark of all time. I love it. Hey, Steven.
Yes.
Hey, it's the silly season now.
It is.
You know what happens during the silly season? We have all kinds of conversations about coaches, quarterbacks, kickers. Well, apparently Jason Sanders has been skating along the way. You know, he loves all this attention that Tua gets because we don't focus on his bonehead misses from 30 yards. So I'm sure he's a happy camper.
Okay.
That Tua's getting all the freaking blame and criticism.
We're not talking about a kicker. I got you.
It is really Jason Sanders' fault that we lose his games just as much as Tua's fault.
Oh, you know what? We could Wilding Out Wednesday. That could be a topic.
Yeah.
Jason Sanders should get more blame.
Yeah, exactly.
To each his own. We should spread the hate equally. I got it. I understand.
Spread the hate equally, Stephen D. Hey, we got until what? September 11th?
Yep.
We got till September 11th to
talk about something. Might as well talk about the kicker.
To fill up the airways, the polarity, the kicker, the punter. Hey, we got to do it. We got to give them all equal blame.
Hey, you know how I feel about you talking about the kicker?
Yeah.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Stop it.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, that's a good one. I love that movie.
Be good.
All right.
Too funny. All right, man. Be good. All right, let's do Triple S podcast. Final thought of the day.
I see you saved the best for last. It's a tried and true formula. I appreciate you
What
doing
you
that
just
today.
Yeah.
Oh man, you hit me with that early.
Go ahead. I was just messing.
No, my final thoughts of the day. I'm gonna just keep it simple, man. Go Dolphins. Let's have the things we need to work out, and let's have the pitfalls that we're talking about and trying to avoid. Let's avoid them, and let's have a successful 2022, and whatever that looks like. And go Dolphins.
Hey, you're the man, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you for having me, bro.
No problem. Love you, brother. Be good. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I'm your host, Stephen D. We had a great show for y'all today. If y'all can, please donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Lots of different ways you guys can do that. If you guys want to help with that, here, let me pull this out. Bam. You guys can donate on Cash App or PayPal. There you go. We're $5 away from goal today. Anybody want to get that last $5 in for away from goal? I'll read your final comment. I'll make your comment the final comment. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that before I get on. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I believe Daniel Ufusi is back from the Miami Herald, so it'll be Miami Herald Tuesdays. I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about with him. We'll have a good time with that. Wednesday will be Wildin' Out Wednesday, Thursday Throwback Thursday, and Friday Spread Kindness Friday. So let's have a good time. This week, it'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, that's what I feel like we're going to do. We're just going to chill. Great. I mean, you're good as always, Stephen, but that panel had the show hovering right around mediocre and subpar. All right, Level 2 Noob. Well, you need to come onto the panel on Wednesday and give a chance people to get at you on Wednesday. Yeah, Level 2 Noob. The people want you. They want the smoke on Wednesday, Level 2 Noob. You need to be on the entire panel all day Wednesday. You and Andrevius both. You need to come onto the panel on Wednesday. I'm Wildin' Out Wednesday. You got to be there for the entire smoke. Y'all got to get with everybody. He said, I can't give them their chance to time me out. I do love you guys, though. He said, Level 2 Noob, it's just sad. All right, I love y'all. Y'all are the best fans in the world. Level 2 Noob and Pamela, y'all be nice to each other. Don't make me come back there, or you're both grounded. I will see y'all tomorrow, Tuesday. $5 gets us to the goal. Anybody want to donate $5 to the channel? Get us over the hump for the day. Let us get there. Let's go. Anyone? Bueller? No? Okay. All right. Samuel said, have a good and safe day, Stephen D. I appreciate that, Samuel. I appreciate that. I will. Got some meetings to do this afternoon, but no kids for the next 10 days. I love it. All right. I love y'all. Y'all the best. Peace out. We'll see y'all tomorrow.